Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless and it is love based. I know that it has been a while. Okay, I know I've been trying a while to get this specific reading out, but I just could not find the time to do it. Because it's been a while, I'm doing this one specifically because it is a 5-pile reading. You did see correctly in the thumbnail, which also reads Cupcake Crush Chatter. Very cute. So I may do a part 2, so be on the lookout for it. But for now, we're just gonna do a general love reading to see what your crush tells their friends about you. So timing must be key. Some of you must have been anticipating this reading. You may have not been ready to get this reading, or maybe you hadn't had a crush yet, and now you do. So this reading's gonna resonate. It's still timeless. So whenever, if you see this a year past upload, it's still for you. But those of you that watch my readings in real time, I don't know, there's lots of delays with this reading because I really think I've been sitting on this thumbnail for at least, I know it's been longer than a month because I haven't uploaded in a couple of weeks. So it's been longer than a month I've been sitting on this thumbnail. So here you go. Okay, I heard the word cheer, so that must be a word that's relevant for some of you. I don't normally use it, but here we go. I'm gonna hop right into the pile selection for those of you that may be visually impaired, or if you simply like to make your selection based on me verbally describing them. So pile 1 is the purple cupcake, right? It's got purple icing and a little cup holder on it. Pile 2 is the pink cupcake. Pile 3 is the yellow cupcake. Pile 4 is the green cupcake. And pile 5 is the blue cupcake. And I just realized, like, I feel like next month is Pride Month for those of you, you know, my LGBTQ community that support me. I love y'all. Maybe that's what I'm waiting for some of you. I don't know. You know, this is open to everyone, you know, of all genders, all sexualities. But I'm just not realizing that it's really cute rainbow colors, and maybe those of you that were waiting for it, here it is. Okay, so I'm not gonna dwell in my revelation that I just had for those of you that are here, but I'm gonna just let you go to your piles. All right, pile 1, if you selected I almost said pink, so you might be a pile 2 person. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do this in order, but that if you were hesitating, this is your confirmation that there's 2. Whether that's 2 crushes, right? Like you've got 2 people you're asking about, or yeah, I mean, just maybe if you're called a pile 2, go to it. But pile 1, my purple cupcake. Let's see what your crush tells their friends about you. We're gonna start with my Emotions Oracle, a gift from our friend the Tarot Tavern. You can get the information in the description box. So let's see what my purple cupcake has to say. What does my purple cupcake have to say? What is your crush saying about you to their friends? Let's get the tea. We'll take this one. It's like blatantly obvious. So before I even, I'm already channeling. It's 1:11 on the time, like 1:11 seconds. Like it's something, this may be a little bit of a connection that your crush feels is like spiritual or fated or something, but it feels blatantly obvious. Something is obvious. I don't know what it is. It doesn't really have to be feelings related. It doesn't have to be connection related, but I feel like the conversation with the friends or something that is blatantly like in your face obvious. And even if that's not the nature of the conversation with the friends, some of you, your crush, when they're talking to their friends about you, the friends are just like, man, that person's dumb. Like not you, pile 1, but like their friend, like my friend is so slow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how people are. Like you're not catching on at all. Like that's what they're saying. That's what the friends are telling them. Like, let me just help you out a little bit since you can't put 2 and 2 together. That's what the friend's energy is towards your crush. So let me be nosy and see what this card is. Five of water. Oh, well, okay, well, let's talk about it because some of you, your crush is like, man, I think I really missed out with pile one. Like, I think I lost my chance. I think I'm like self-sabotaging. I'm doing whatever stuff. I'm not like I don't know. I get scared, or I do, or I'm just like something about me. Like, you know how some people are like mean spirited and don't know how to like treat people they like. I don't know. Just all kinds of weird energy is coming through for pile one. But whatever it is, your crush is like telling the friends that, and the friends are probably either confirming like, yeah, that's not how you should be acting with pile one, or man, yeah, you fumbled it, or you're fumbling it currently, or also the traditional meaning of this five of water. It talks about crying over spilled milk, spilled opportunities, right? The three cups spilled over, but you still have two in the back. Like some of you, like the friends are like, you're like, just why don't you just make things right with pile one, especially if this is an ex, right? Like someone with a history. Like the friends are just like, why don't you just like make it right? Like, yeah, you made mistakes. There's three spilled cups, but like there's two cups of opportunity here. I heard, bro. So like if you're asking about like someone that is male, identifies as male or masculine, like the friends are like, go make it right, bro. Like just act right. Like that's what I'm getting from this card. So that's just hilarious energy that came through immediately for this pile. Let me see if I can get two more. Those of you familiar with the channel, I do like my cards in threes. Seven of Earth. Yeah, they're like, man, I mean, I'm like, Seven of Earth is Pentacles. It talks about a harvest after lots of work. Like, it's like, man, I really hope that I have a chance with pile one. I could see myself long term with pile one, because again, a harvest talks about planting seeds, building, evolving, especially as a means of like material foundations, like family, like putting down roots, right? Because literally planting seeds, that's what this person's telling their friends, and they're like, you know, like they see it. They feel like they're in a situation, or they have been in a situation historically where they haven't been able to follow through for whatever reason. Like it could genuinely not even be this person's fault. It could be circumstances. Like it doesn't mean that they've actually done something. Some of you, this person has done nothing, and that's maybe the problem, or they just have a pessimistic mentality, so they're always waiting for things to go to the wrong direction. You know what I mean? They're always waiting for things to fall apart even when everything's perfect. So they're working through that. They need to work through that, at least from these cards that I'm seeing. But yeah, that's what they're telling their friends. Like, man, they see a lot of potential. They see the long-term gains of being with pile one. So let me get my third card and take the bottom before we hop into these oracle decks. Tell me more about my purple cupcakes crush. What are they telling their friends? Yeah, that again, some of it's like blatantly obvious. Some of you, your crush's friends are like a spunky, and they might have gotten like a little smack or something when they said something crazy. Like if they're telling stories of situations and circumstances that have occurred between the two of you, the friends are like smacking them like, man, like why are you not smart at all? That's funny. Yeah, the devil in reverse. Exactly. So I'll hold it up right just so you can see this beautiful deck that our friend made. Yeah, honestly, this depiction seems like a more liberated version of the devil, like free. It's almost like Powell was right there. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing. But in reverse, it talks about releasing control. It talks about not just letting things flow and just letting them come as they should without really engaging. It's a really passive energy. Maybe that's the conversation that this person's having. Maybe that's their nature or been their approach to you and your connection. Or maybe you're super passive, so they can't quite read you, right? Because one of you is very passive. If it's you, then the friends are saying, pile one has been throwing you hints and you're not catching on because you lack common sense. Like the friends are hilariously aggressive. Okay, like this person is not, like this person gets a really hard time from their friends when they do things that the friends just don't agree with. But the devil in reverse, it almost talks about a release. So it could be one or both of you release the connection, and that's what they're wallowing literally in the Five of Cups to their friends about. Like, how do I get to the harvest? And I'm trying to get more energy from this Devil card. And I will say, you know, I like to incorporate astrology into these readings, so I must have new people here. But the Devil is ruled by Capricorn. It's 10th house energy of social status and career. I was getting a little bit of that from that Seven of Earth, which is Pentacles of harvest. Like someone either is coming into or came into money, success of some kind, or is lacking in that area. So I see it two ways. Again, general messages, because all of you are living a plethora of experiences. So those of you where one of you kind of maybe had a glow up, that harvest, it feels like the Devil, it's in reverse, with that being the card that rules Capricorn energy, career, and social status. It's kind of like either bittersweet with the Five of Water. And then those of you where this person's not, like someone may have taken a hit financially or a hit career wise, and that's part of the issues this person or you are having, that's creating conflict in the connection, because someone may be dissatisfied with their career, social status here with the Devil in reverse. Okay, but I do see issues with control and patience and being passive, being themes that this person's discussing with their friends. Like they're talking about all of this with their friends. So let's move to the bottom. The Knight of Water. And see, this with this specific knight being underwater, it's like this person may feel like they're drowning underwater, literally, with the she's underwater as well in the Five of Water. So it just feel like they're drowning and overwhelmed, or maybe just super busy, like, right? Because a harvest comes after lots of diligence, right? Lots of work. This person may feel overwhelmed and boggled down, and their friends are just like talking to them about it, like, get a grip. You know what I mean? So, but the Knight of Water also talks about passion and like just being very expressive in terms of your emotions. Like it's all about expressing emotions. So those may be things that this person's talking to their friends about as it relates to you, because they just want to, they may not know what to say, right? We don't have any air energy here, so that those would be words, right? We've got feelings and we've got physical, right? Like we've got all of these feelings and all of the physical stuff. And then even with that Capricorn energy in reverse, it talks about not really knowing how to follow through, close things out, because that's a or even get things going, right? Because it's a cardinal sign. Actually, it's an initiating energy of not knowing how to start something so that a harvest eventually, you know, is something you can enjoy. I feel like this person has issues with enjoying things, especially with the Knight of Water here. Some of you, this person is talking to their friends about like being less focused on material things and like status and whatnot, so that they could do that. Like that's the conversations they're having with their friends as well. But it's all about pursuit and passion and hoping that they haven't missed chances. That's what I'm getting from your crush. So let's hop into this deck. I only have one of my astrology-based oracles today, because with this being 5 piles, I'm hoping that I don't make this too long. And I have my Melanin Pop that I like, and I feel like that's going to add character to this reading specifically. And I have 4 love decks that I'm going to close it out with. So let's see. Tell me more about pile 1, my Purple Cupcakes crush. All right. Water. I talked about it. Feelings. Lots of feelings that maybe this person does not know how to express. This person doesn't know how to begin to express their feelings or communicate them very well. And the friends are just like, man, something is wrong with you, because their friends are aggressive. They do not care about this person's feelings. Maybe that's why this person is like that, doesn't know how to express their feelings. Their friends are rough. They do not care. They're like, what do you mean you don't know how to tell pile one how you feel? You say, open your mouth. You know what I mean? Like that's how the friends are, really aggressive. But again, water is spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. So now we have all of the water signs, which technically we already did on the table, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And that could be any dominant placements that this person has or you. But this is a deeply, I mentioned spirituality earlier, like blatantly obvious, very spiritual connection here. And like it feels like you two are connecting on a deeper level. So for example, if this is a very early stage connection, right, like someone that you don't really know that very well, or maybe they haven't even really acknowledged you, or like beyond that simple hello, they're connecting with you on such a deep level, like they already feel connected to you in a way that may not make sense because they don't know you very well. And that is a bit confusing, especially since this is a person. I'm reading them as this devil card. They don't have to have Capricorn placements. They may just be very Capricorn 10th house heavy, like very 10th house in nature, very career and socially minded. So in reverse, it's like this connection has flipped them upside down. So they don't really know how to handle and process all of these feelings. Like it's a lot, okay? It's a lot for them. So, especially since they're not as in tune with their spiritual side, it could be them, could be you, but I'm reading it from them. That's the dominant energy. And like they're like, man, power makes me feel so many things I'm not used to feeling. That's the conversation, right? But they're also saying Power One is very compassionate, right? Very possibly spiritual and intuitive themselves, right? Like the harvest, like very in tune with the world and people around them. Those are some of the characteristics that they see in you, right? That Knight of Water, very passionate and just full of life and expressive. Let me see, it's at the bottom. Scorpio is here. So I did say someone here definitely has Scorpio placements. You, them, both, okay? And it says intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. And I mentioned this intense feelings this person is not used to feeling for anyone, especially early stage connections like the one with you. And so it feels intense. It feels heavy. There's a deep sensual attraction as well that this person can't quite put their finger on. They may not be super sensual in nature, which is hilarious that came through, because I will say, I mentioned in the intro that I'm going to do a part 2 for this reading, because I had a thumbnail. I had one that said 18 plus and one that didn't, and I'm like, do I want to do an 18 plus for this one? I kind of like the way the thumbnail for that one came out, so I guess we'll just get 2 readings. I've done that before. But for now, this isn't that reading. But again, that's part of the confusion, is that intense, passionate attraction. Like this feels like a person that is not used to feeling intensely at all. Or it's one of these two, cut and dry. It's either one of these two. They're not used to feeling all of these feelings, or they're not used to acknowledging that they feel on this deep level, right? Because if this person has Scorpio placements, they may feel intensely and shut down so that they don't have to identify that energy. Something about you purge it, and it makes them have to address it, right? And for better, for worse, right? Like all of the love, all of the passion that they can experience in this life, but also all of the traumas that they have, all of the triggers. So that's what I'm getting from this person. So either they have not allowed themselves to feel that, and something about you, they can't help it anymore, or they truly just, it may be going over their head. Maybe they're still the first one, but it's been going over their head because they feel like in their mind they don't have these deep feelings typically. And some of them, the friends are like, you've always been deeply emotional, stop lying. So again, rough crowd, but that's the energy between them and the friends. I heard the word homeboy, so that's hilarious. And it's aggressive because I feel like I smacked the crap out of this deck just now. So I'm excited to see what this deck is gonna say. I may pull several cards from it because of how expressive it is. Tell me more about pile 1. What are they telling their friends? What is their crush telling their friends about them? Oh, they're telling all of y'all business. Straight up, like they're telling all of the business. Because at first I was like, let me see what this is, but we got tea incoming. So some of you, at the point of you getting this reading, your friend, not your friend, maybe you're talking to your friends too, but this person's literally either planning to meet a friend or their friend for drinks, right? It doesn't have to be alcohol, could be. If so, I have readings of that nature on my channel, as well as I think I have some teacups. They may be pending, but I have like some teacups or tea, and I also have coffee, because it could be any of those, meeting for any type of drinks, coffee, tea, alcohol. And they're planning that because they just need to get it off their chest, right, with the 5 of water. And this person may actually get wasted with the 5 of water, like wasted, just because like they can't take it anymore. They need to get it off their chest. And they're going to tell all of your business if they haven't already. They're telling all of your business, all of the business about the connection, everything that has ever happened or experienced, even if it's a new connection. Like if it's a brand new crush, every time they saw you, they're going to talk about every single time they saw you. Like, I saw him this day and I didn't talk to him, and then this happened and blah, 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 blah. And the friends are just sitting there just watching this person just unravel, because that's what they kind of need. This purge, right? That's that purge. This person's purging to their friends about you. Like they just feel so intensely. But yeah. And then, gossip, eavesdropping, storytelling. I've mentioned that this person's going to tell everything that they've heard. They're going to tell everything they've overheard, things people are saying about you to them, around them. This person may be spying on you. This person may be meeting with a mutual friend to ask about you, like all of the stuff. That's what this person's doing, okay? I choose them, third party, player, indecisiveness, disloyal. Oh, I'm definitely going to pull more cards because this is getting interesting. So, so some of you, I'm going to pull more and I'll see if I get more scenarios, but this person's hearing that you're moving on. They're trying to ask, like, okay, so those of you, when they're meeting with mutual friends, people that know you, they're trying to see if you are dealing with other people. Like if you've been dating someone else, or if you've been talking to someone else. Some of you, it's a specific person, right? They're asking about you and a specific person. And others of you, they're having the conversation with their friends and pouring it out about something, like especially when they, with this 5 of cups, this missed opportunities, this fumbling a bag, this person may have kind of put you in a third party situation, right? And now they're like crying about it, literally. And then some of you, even if this is a third party situation, like they possibly even like made a decision to proceed with the other person and they have regrets. That's interesting. Okay, let me pull more cards and see. I love this deck because it's interesting. Yeah, to walk away, landing right there. I think I want one more and I'll take the bottom. So walk away says leaving, separation, endings, divorce. Now, so much is coming through for this pile. Lord, let me just try to keep it. I want to get the general messages, but I want to hit on some of the specifics. So T, I choose them, walk away, feels like, okay, let me just, the third party. Some of you, this person feels like they made a mistake. Okay, those of you where it's third party in general, doesn't matter how it ended, doesn't matter what's to come. All of you here that third party happened, this person has deep regrets about it. That's why they're like drowning their sorrows right now with the friends and like talking about what they did and blah, 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 blah. Some of you, the ones of you where they made that decision, they're like, that wasn't the right decision. They're talking about walking away, separating from that person if they haven't already. That's for those of you with a third party. Others of you where this person had a third party but still chose you, they're worried that there's no recovery, right? Like even if there was a third party, they decided they wanted to go with you, it was like you were probably like, but do I want to go with you? That's the energy that I'm getting. And then others of you where this third party energy is not resonating at all, these are the two scenarios I'm getting. I'm getting that this person is deeply concerned that you are moving on to someone else. Whether it's someone specific that they have in mind, or if they just feel that you're just actively dating, they're really concerned that you're moving on and that they may have missed their window of opportunity to be with you. And then I'm also getting another group, this other group, where we talk about this harvesting energy, right? The spilled milk, missed opportunities, but there's also a harvest following that. And then we have the devil, which I told you is Capricorn, 10th house, career and opportunities. And so with it in reverse, it feels like someone may have missed out on a career opportunity in some sense, or is getting it. It's one of the, it's always a polarity. Someone either missed out on an opportunity that would have brought them closer to you, or they are taking some sort of an opportunity that may pulled them away, or you've done that, right? Because I definitely see you walking away in a lot of instances, Pile One. Like you have taken opportunities or an opportunity. I see opportunities, plural, with the Seven of Pentacles that will move you further away from them. Okay? Interesting. And all of this deep sorrow, purging, renewing energy. So let me get one more, because I did say I wanted a fourth one, and I'll take the bottom. All this person's business is coming out. I hope they are not in public with your business, Pile One. Thief. Yeah, this person, some of you, this person feels like they wronged you. They got over in some way. Whether they actively did something wrong or they were passive and just missed their window. You know what I mean? Like that's how they're feeling. So still criminal, cheating, ulterior motive. So definitely those of you with the third party, your confirmations here. Those of you suspecting third parties, this is your confirmation. But again, also the deep sorrow and regret here for this person in doing that. So take that however it resonates for you. And then let's see. Yeah, those of you, and like I said, if the third party, like as in that person putting you in a third party resonates, take it. If not, leave it alone, because all of you are now resonating with every single specific, right? I give you the general overview and I give you all your specifics. Some of you, your specific is this person's thinking that someone has stolen you from them, right? With these 4 cards. Someone's like, man, someone is definitely, they like, especially like if they don't have your attention, they're like, because social status in reverse, right? Ducked off, hiding, right? Scorpios are notoriously sneaky, right? With a mask. And so that's why they're asking about you, like, is Pile One seeing someone else? Is that why they're like not acknowledging me, or that I haven't heard from them, or I haven't seen them? Again, depending on the level of connection. But this person just, they feel like someone may have stolen you from them, okay? Or that's a fear, okay? That's also a fear, because that's the storytelling. Storytelling can also be just like gossip is not always true. This person's like, man, I don't know. Like Pile One definitely is going to get someone else. They've already moved on. I already know it for a fact. Even if you're just like chilling, drinking tea at home and not like, because I see you drinking tea and you're like literally just minding your business, probably even in solitude in some instances. This person's like out drinking with their friends. They're like, oh my gosh, like I know Pile One seeing somebody else. Like I know that's why they're acting the way they're acting, why their energy shifted. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're just really paranoid about it. And sometimes, in some instances, it's true. Like you've moved on. So, like I said, that's just the energy that I'm getting. So at the bottom, we've got taste, flavor, sweetness, pleasant, expensive, beauty, details. Yeah, some of you, this person sees that, like they feel like you have experienced some sort of a glow up, and they're like, yes, people are. Pile One is definitely out on dates. Like someone is definitely whining and dining Pile One, right? So yeah, like that's definitely the energy coming through, like that deep concern that someone is stealing them from you in that instance where they're concerned about you being the third party and they're asking about you or trying to decipher what's going on with you. Okay, so let me see. Some of you, I mean, like I said, I mentioned the third party that they may have put you in. They realize the grass is not always greener. Some of you, this person, why is all of y'all, like this person's telling all of their business to their friends. It's like, call them. Don't be in public telling all of their business. But I feel like, that's what I feel like. Some of you, this person, kind of like the grass is not always greener energy. Would I choose them and walk away? And thief and taste, like the person that they may have inserted you into a third party with, this deeply spiritual connection that you have, right? Intense. It was very emotional. I say was, so a lot of you may be asking about an ex of some form. It was deeply spiritual, intense, and all of the things. But the other person may have been, I guess, an easier option. Like the Seven of Pentacles is very surface level, right? It is a harvest. It's a material harvest. And so this person that they, you know, may have, and this is specific to the third party now, specific to the third party that they may, not you being the third party, but them putting you in a third party, specific to that one, they realized that the other connection wasn't real. I say wasn't real because like harvest, walking away with like with a bag, like a thief in taste. Like this person may have been like using them for something, whether it's just time, energy, um, literally money in some instances, right? With the Seven of Pentacles, thief and taste, like this person may have gotten over on them. And that said, I want to make it clear, those of you where this is resonating, I don't believe that this person, as they're crying to their friends, is trying to rebound with you. I feel like they tried to rebound with the person and it backfired. Like they ran from an intense energy and they got what they were looking for, right? Something surface level, something material based, and they didn't like it. Because that's all of the things that they're whining about with their friends, and their friends do not feel sorry for them. Some of you, because now that I've pulled more cards, I'm like, why? At first I was like, why is this person's friends so mean to them? This is not friends. No, this person kind of, in some instances, they deserve how the friends are treating them a little bit. The friends are not letting up. They're like, this is what you get, okay? It's what you get. So, and I'm like a horrible person because as the reader, I'm thinking that it's hilarious, but anyway, they got what they were looking for, something surface level, something materially based, something that was not as intense, not as I guess hard, right, for them. And it made them realize like that's not what they wanted at all. And that's what they're crying to their friends about. So let me pull more of these cards because I'm already at 28 minutes. I don't want this to be longer than it needs to be because I feel like your person is having hours and hours and hours of conversations with your friends, and we will not be here, Pile One, for hours and hours while this person wallows. If you want to hear more, well, let me not, because I don't want to say it like that. I was going to say pick another pile, but I'm hoping that I don't want this energy to carry over, even though pile 2 may be your pile as well, like we said. But I'm going to cleanse when I finish this because I would like to pick up on other energies. We do have 5 piles. So even if you pick a different pile and it's a different energy, could be past, present, future. I look at all of the energies. It could be a different layer to this to tie in, make it feel more personal. But yeah, let me get these last 4 decks. This person is whining. This person is in sorrow. Okay. Technically, because like I know there's like the yellow rim in the eyes, but like there's the mascara, but I mean there's the eyeliner and the eyeshadow, but like that person's eyes are kind of like red. Like this person might literally be crying. Let's see. Tell me more about pile 1's crush. What are they telling their friends about pile 1? Office affair. Okay, it says you'll meet someone at the office or connected to work. Tread carefully. So this is and I'll pull like 2 more from this one. So that could be relevant. I do have that Capricorn 10th house energy of career and social status, and you have office affairs. So this could be the nature of you meeting this person. Like you may know your crush from work. The person that they've either connected with, if this is a third party, is either at work, or they're concerned that you've met or will meet someone via your work. Okay, that is it. And those of you where like there's no real third party, where this person might not even be the paranoid type, the mistakes that they've made, the wallowing that they're doing, because I know I focused heavily on the third parties because there were so many different scenarios there that I wanted to get out. But those of you where it's like, oh no, there's no person here. Like some of you, like you're like, I stay in the house. My crush stays in the house. We don't even like other people. Like there's some of you here, and I don't want you to run away because this is still your pile, your person. Those of you where you're both in the house and like you just the energy is that passive energy, right? Your person may be very career driven. They may be heavily focused on their career, and that's the issue. Or some of you, they haven't been focused on their career, and like they've experience setbacks and everything. That's the third party, is them being concerned about their finances. So they're very slow moving and distant with you while they work through, right? Some of them may have literally been robbed with devil and reverse and thief. Like they've lost something, right? Scorpio energy is debts, right? It's inheritances in a positive sense, but it's also debts. It's owing what you owe. So some of you, this person's just not right financially, or they're hyper fixated on their financials and career, and that is the third party. Hence why you're in here with the third party. Okay. Like this person's third party is like their career. Okay. So that's why like I said, these are general readings, and me being the reader that I am, I'm very specific, but just find your story. Okay. Find where it makes sense. Okay. Opposites attract. So you may be opposites, right? And that also, those of you, I don't want to make this a third party reading. I'm sorry, y'all. But like I said, there's some people here. Those of you where it is a third party, this person tried to go for someone that is the opposite of you and it backfired. So I'll leave that there. But for the most part, some of you are opposites to this person, right? It says someone may enter your life who's very different from you. You will complement each other well. And that's what they're telling their friends. They're whining about all of the mistakes they made, whether it's third party person or third party career or third party financials, but they're also and also while they're talking about you, they're talking about all of their money and their career and all of those problems too. Like they're just laying it all out to the friends. But they're talking about how different you are and how that won't work or how it will work and where it's going to be good and where it's going to be bad, or where it's been good, where it's been bad. Like it's all of the differences you two have, and whatever those differences are, whether it is cultural, whether it is religious, whether it is, any type of difference. That's what they're talking to their friends about. Mm-hmm. I'm getting one more. I'll take the bottom. I will say with the way that she styled on the Office Affair, Knight of Water, and Taste, this person finds you extremely attractive. They're making sure that the friends know how attractive you are. They're like, man, if you would just see Pile One, like if the friends don't know you, they're like, Pile One, like you should just see Pile One, right? That's the energy. With the Devil reverse, they're like, I would never let you go around Pile One. You know what I mean? Like, because like this also is a person that's extremely jealous in some instances. Let me get one more. Okay, well, two more. Yeah. Okay, so I know. Please don't be mad at me, those of you that don't want to hear about this third party, but it is here, and you have on the rebound, someone on the rebound. Someone is on the rebound. This could be a confusing ride. Take things slow, and then you have unforeseen love. You might meet or know someone who you will grow to love, turning friendship into relationship. So some of you, I think I mentioned grass is not always green on the other side. Some of you, this person tried to rebound from you. Here's your confirmation. I know those of you in third parties, y'all get real antsy on my channel and in my email. So, but like this person, if the third party is them putting you in one, they tried to rebound, and through that experience, they needed that experience to grow and heal. They realized how they feel about you. That's the wallowing, that's the whining, that's the crying, the tears. Okay, that is what is happening here. That's why these two came out together. Also, on the rebound, if it's not a third party at all, if it's career, whatever focus they've been doing on their finances or their career, for better, for worse, right? It's made them realize their connection to you. It's helped them see their connection to you. Some of you may have been friends with this person. Your crush may actually be one of your friends, right? Because it says turning friendship into relationship, long-term building, harvesting. And that's probably why I'm picking up on mutual friends as well. But this person's just talking about how they didn't really see it coming. They didn't see the connection coming. And on the rebound to unforeseen love, it's kind of them saying like, I wonder how Pile One would react if I tried to either rekindle, if it's an ex, or, work through, be less passive, depending on where your person's personality is in this reading, right? Mm-hmm. The letter O is very relevant to some of you. We got Office Affair, Opposites Attract, on the rebound, unforeseen love. So letter O. Okay. And then at the bottom, marriage. You will either take your relationship to the next level or you will get married. There's much to celebrate. So here I was getting, because these two came out together, and that's why I was placing them very slowly and stuff. It was like, for some of you, for whatever reason, I hear your person that you're asking about saying like, Pile One would never think that I would try to come back and truly be passionate towards them. Like, I don't know what this person's personality is, but some of you, this person literally said as a friend, like, Pile One would never expect me to actually act right. And you have marriage along with a harvest. So this person's telling their friends Let me move this. I can put this over here. There we go. So they're telling their friends that like they could truly see a future. I mentioned that earlier with that harvest card, the Seven of Earth. They do. They feel like some of you, they're like, oh, pile one's too good for me. Like I would be getting a steal, right? In taste, like this person can see themselves with you long term, and that's part of the conversation. So let me pull more because I really don't want this to be super long. I know. I think what happened is the third party came through, and it just, once all of those scenarios come in, it's a lot. So you got trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So this person's like hoping for another shot. They're hoping for a chance. They're telling their friends like they're hoping they could earn your trust. Okay, I'll take that. That's maturing energy, separation. So with it being maturing, so you may be coming to an end of separation. This person may reach out to either make things right, whether you end up together or not, depending on the level of the connection. But there's some sort of a separation that is maturing as it is coming to an end, right? So especially since it's landing here with walk away. So it's either going to be a final separation, right? Because where is that card? Here, yeah, divorce. It says divorce there. So some of you, if this is your spouse, like you may get a divorce depending on what happened and how or why. But it's either maturing as in the separation is ending, or like whatever this decision is, it's final. Okay. At the bottom, you have give your relationship a chance. So exactly, it's gonna differ for all of you. But the dominant energy, I'll tell you that the dominant energy will be the initial energy that I read, which is that the separation is maturing and coming to a close. But there will be those of you where it's final, right? But give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Definitely. That's what they're talking about with their friends. They're trying to figure out how to go ahead and pursue and proceed and make things right. Okay. Incoming energy. What is that? Love at first sight. So when that separation ends, right? Those of you where it's done, that's your confirmation, that minor energy that was slipping in. But again, the dominant one here is that separation is coming to a close, and that giving the relationship a chance. You've got love at first sight. So it may be a rekindling for some of you if this is an ex, if this is a crush, like getting to know each other for the first time will feel like love at first sight, right? It says the instant gravitational pull you two felt when first meeting lets you know that this is a soul connection, right? And some of you, they're literally telling their friends like, hey, like I knew the moment I saw pile one, like they were my person. Like I fell in love at the moment I saw pile one. Okay, take the bottom. Laughter. The laughter shared between soulmates warms the spirit in a way no quote could ever. So this person's telling all their friends, all of the probably tipsy and stuff, telling their friends all of the good times, everything good that's ever happened. If this is a connection that has happened, like an ex, like they're laughing and like they're reminiscing and all of the things, especially about the first time that you two met. When it comes to those of you where this is not a connection, this is pure crush energy where this person's not necessarily pursued you at all. They're just venting to their friends about how to proceed with the crush. They're planning some sort of a like to go for it, right? They're planning to go for it. They're like, especially if you haven't seen them in a while, they're like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it with pile one. Give your relationship a chance. Like they're gonna ask you on a date. That's why you have taste, night of water, laughter. Like this is a person that's gonna wanna pursue. Okay, especially those of you where that all of the third party stuff is not your message, where it's just been very passive approach, not engaged. Let me see. I'm gonna close this out. Complicated. Yeah, exactly. It is complicated. You got me here for 40 minutes. It's absolutely complicated. I'm complicated. I can't even talk right. The person may be really tipsy in their feelings. They're like slurring their words and everything. Lots of chemistry here at the bottom. And I'm not going any further. They're probably definitely drinking. The color red may be relevant. I have piles up where there are, the answer is yes, whatever the question is. I have piles up where the color red is relevant. So like if you wanted to pick red piles in previous readings, go for it. And then, but yeah, complicated chemistry. Chemistry also talks about this person drinking with friends. Doesn't have to be tea or coffee. Like I said, could truly be alcohol. I see that for a lot of you with this Knight of Water, drowning their sorrows, like the Five of Water and stuff. Not possibly even spilling drinks over as they're telling the stories. But yeah, the answer is yes to whatever your question is. Complicated chemistry, just like the letter O's are relevant. The letter C may be relevant for a lot of you. And then I'm going to close it out right here for you, Pile 1. And I hope that it resonated. And if it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, Pile 2, my pink cupcakes. Now, if you are visiting from Pile 1, let me just let you know that makes sense. I'm not gonna lead with any energy from that pile. I'm not. It was a 40-minute pile. You go back if you were called to it. I am not. But I will say one of the things your crush is telling their friends about you, and it may very well be true because it's calling my attention now that I'm looking at it. Your attention to detail, like you have your attention to detail is impeccable, because one of the reasons why, especially if you were called to Pile 1 first, like if Pile 1 is your first pile, Pile 2, either you noticed it or like you intuitively noticed it, like you didn't consciously see, but there are purple sprinkles on that cupcake. I'm just now realizing. So like the same purple sprinkles from the purple cupcake. So it's like, oh, those are my two piles because they have the same sprinkles, right? So like same exact purple sprinkles. So that maybe that's why you're here. And it is 1 minute and 11 seconds. And I think I called out that time in the first pile. So welcome. But those of you where you are just here because you wanted that pink cupcake and pink is your color, let's go. I have my L Emotions Oracle deck. That is a gift from our friend, the Tarot Tavern. And I want to see for my pink cupcakes what your crush is telling their friends about you. Look at that. I've got 2 cards that are like, hi, we'll take them. What's here? Oh, look at that. Let me tell you something. My pink cupcake, and again, I think I mentioned in the intro that like I'm just in tune with my friends out here because Pride Month is coming up, and like all of the pink and I mean all of the rainbows was completely unintentional. Like I was trying to get this reading out for like 2 months. I'm not even exaggerating, but it's perfect in time for my friends, right? So, but I'm gonna have to say it, and then just because, you know, gender not specific, right? Sexuality not specific, I don't know what these 2 cards are gonna say. But here I got some heavy divine masculine energy coming through, and yellow may be a color. So I mean, some of you are gonna pick all of the piles. I don't know what to tell you, but maybe that yellow cupcake is calling you. I don't know. So those of you where you didn't pick pile 1, maybe your second pile will be the next one. I don't know, but look at the strong solar energy just radiating yellow, but like you have the Emperor, Aries energy, Martian energy. You have knowledge, which is technically Taurus, right? It's Taurus, Venus energy, maybe a little bit of yin yang, masculine, feminine counterparts from an astrological perspective. But the Hierophant is kind of like the masculine counterpart to the High Priestess, whereas the Emperor is the masculine counterpart to the Empress. So again, you may be asking about a divine masculine or divine feminine. Okay. Since everything is just a secret here, I'm dropping cards. Give me a second. Since everything is a secret here, what I want to do, I'm not going to look at those 2 cards. I hope I'm not putting cards in reverse in the deck. Like those of you that know me, you know that I do not like that. But I feel like I should not reveal my cards until I have all three. And I don't pull that way. So tell me why your person's like that. Your person's hiding something. Your crush is hiding something, Pautu. There's something they don't want you to know about yet. They're gonna show you. They're gonna tell you about it. But right now, they're just talking about around you. Two friends in secret. Like they don't want you to know. You'll find out because I'm gonna show you what these cards say. But what is that? I thought I saw one. I'm gonna show you what these cards say, but not until I have them all. It's something they're working on. They're working towards. They're not gonna show you their hand until they are certain about something, until they are finished with something. And there's my third one. So we'll see what the bottom is in a second. But tell me about pile 2. This is very interesting because I do not shuffle this way. Some of you are like, what is she doing? Following my intuition, because I don't know that those of you that are fairly new, if you've been following my channel last year or so, I do all of these really fun readings and I love tarot cards and oracle cards, but like I'm legit psychic. I don't need these cards. I enjoy these cards. They're fun and they're easy to read. So I do them, but I do not need these cards. So I don't know what to tell you, pile 2. I do not need these cards. Empress. So I told you, this is my divine counterpart pile. Okay, the Empress. So I saw the Hierophant. I saw the Emperor. This person is like very like I'm gonna lead with the dominant energy of this person being the masculine one because they are telling their friends you are the Empress. Which is interesting because the Hierophant came out, which is Taurus energy. So they see you as like this Taurus energy. You may have Taurus placements, but even if not, they see you as like Venus, right? I saw a lot of yellow. It's like Oshun, right? Like all of that energy, that powerful divine feminine energy, that is how they see you. That's what they're telling their friends. And they're like, listen, if you could just see Pile 2. Like Pile 2 is like a god, a goddess. It is wow, okay? And then Taurus is also second house energy. Of stability, of assets. They see you as this huge asset. It's very secure, very stable. Like you may have a lot going for yourself, a lot of potential, a lot of promise. You may see success in your life, but they're like, wow, like Pile 2 is it. Okay. Some of you, they don't want you to know that yet. I don't know why. Maybe it's too early because we are asking about a crush, right? 8 of Water. Look at that. All of those hearts, divinely orchestrated. Last time this card came out in a reading, I think I mentioned like the fates divinely orchestrating a connection to union, right? The journey to union. That's how they see you. They feel like the fates are guiding them to you or you to them or have guided you to them, depending on the energy, past, present, future. That's what they're telling their friends. Like, oh my gosh, Pile 2 is like fated for me. Like literally the Empress to my Emperor, right? Possibly the High Priestess to my Hierophant, right? Like you may be deeply spiritual, they may be very practical, or you may be very practical with this earthy energy and they're very spiritual. It doesn't matter which side. It just means like polarities, counterpart energy, right? 8 of Water is a journey to something much better. They're telling their friends like you are headed places, you're headed somewhere, you're amazing, and that you've got so much going. Some of you may be planning like if this is your crush is like your partner or like someone you're connected to, they're saying like you're gonna be coming towards them soon, so you may be planning a trip. Okay. If you're planning a trip together or that you've mentioned a trip, they're telling their friends like, yeah, they're coming, to such and such with me, or blah, 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 blah. Some of you, they're telling their friends, like, you're going to get to meet Pile 2 soon. Because Pile 2 is the Empress. You got patience, temperance. Look at that, alchemy. And so there's also building blocks here. Now, there's a huge change. They're telling their friends that you help change and transform them for the better, right? You see the lightning, you see the journey in the 8 of Water becoming more knowledge based, because again, the Hierophant is a teacher, it is a spiritual leader, someone with a lot in that deck is actually knowledge, right? They gain a lot of knowledge dealing with you, and so possibly patience over time. Sagittarius rules this temperance energy, right? That's 9th house of travel. So some of you they're either going to ask you to travel, or you two are planning travel, or like they're asking their friends if they should ask you to on a date or ask you to go on vacation or a trip. Like these are the things, like it's something about travel, but it's also evolution and evolving and learning, right? Like because it's also higher education. Some of you, they're going to ask you to take some type of spiritual retreat or spiritual ascension. Some of you, it doesn't even have to be this massive of travel. It could literally be like if you're very religious and your crush is religious, they're going to ask you to be their church date. I think that's cute. Okay, like things like that I see. Okay, so let's see this at the bottom. Page of Fire. Okay, this is a very, very passionate person's. Might be a concert, maybe music related, right? Entertainment based with the violin. It's a cute little page, okay? Very adorable. And so, but passionate, Page of Fire. That's all of that passion, all of that energy, like literally energy. It's messages, it's fast-paced messages. This person's gonna come in very quickly if they are not already around. Like some of you, I don't feel like this is a person you don't talk to. I feel like you interact with them because of how passionate they are about you. Or maybe that's the catch. Maybe that's the secrecy. Maybe you're not getting this side of them, right? And they're sharing it with their friends and they're waiting for the right time. I don't know. Sorry, I feel like I need a little water, but we're gonna power through. If I need to pause, I will, but I wanna knock out this pile first. Some of your person's like dry, dehydrated, like they don't drink enough water or something like that. But and if you're coming from pile one, I know why the person's mouth dried. Period. So like, but again, Page of Fire, very active. Like this is a person that wants to come in rushing passionately, and I do feel like they're gonna ask you, or if they haven't already, like if this energy is past energy, they've already asked you to do things, or they've already engaged you on the date, the trip, the plans, then they're so excited about it with that Page of Fire. They're telling their friends how excited they are. They can't believe that Pile 2 is actually gonna like date them, that Pile 2 said yes, that Pile 2 is like gonna go on this adventure with them, on this vacation, gonna travel with them. Like that's what they're saying. That's really cute. This person's so excited. And again, if it's incoming energy, they're nervous, but really waiting for the right time with patience, but they can't wait. Like they're so excited to ask you. Let me see. Tell me more about my pink cupcake. Okay, 2. Let me tell you something. This is not that kind of reading. and listen, okay? And I tell you this because in Power One I mentioned I had 2 thumbnails that I made for this, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do 18 plus or regular. And then I said, screw it, we'll do both. So I'm leading with the first one because I know how y'all get. If I post the 18 plus first, y'all probably won't watch this one. So I'm posting this one first, and then I'm gonna go back and remix it because I've done that before and do an 18 plus edition. But there's a lot of sensual energy that this person's talking about with their friends. You wait for that 18 plus reading. We are not going into detail here, but the connection itself is deeply, deeply fated to them. And that's what they're telling. They're like, I can't believe, like, I'm like, this person's like making me feel like, you know, like the cards are aligning, like, you know what I mean? Like this person's friends are like, I feel like this person's so excited about like if this person has not been like spiritual, like if they've not been into like divine energy, like divine counterparts, astrology, tarot, like you're obviously invested because you're here. But like if your person has not been, like they're like, oh my gosh, like let me tell you, meeting Pal 2 has me a believer because the fates have orchestrated everything. Like I see all these synchronicities now, this alignment. It's like we're like the same person with this house 8 energy of transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. Like so much excitement. This pile is really excited. Like this person's so cute. They're really excited, like a child. But like they're like, oh my gosh. And again, all of the sensual energy, how attractive, how passionate. Like they can't believe that like pile 2 is a real person that exists. Then that like everything is aligning for them to potentially further a connection with you, right? Because again, transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. This person, if they're fearful about anything, they're definitely willing to face it head on. House 12 is, again, that's that secrecy energy of planning things possibly behind your back. It's like spirituality, transcendence. We do have karma first. This person feels like there's karma, like not in the way that people are using the word, but like soul ties, like, right? Like the fates orchestrating, like there's no getting out of pile 1. Everything pile 2, sorry, again, you may come from that pile, but pile 2 is something that they are in meant to experience. That's what they're getting. They're so excited, healing and all. But so we've got Scorpio and Pisces, two earth signs. I mean, two water signs. You or this person may have earth placements, but these are both very mysterious, very spiritual houses, right? This is like kind of like we got the house of like death and house of like hidden things and mental health and the mind and dreams, like soul connect. This is a person that tells their friends, like, I dream about pile 2, like I feel like pile 2 is my destiny. Like, that's the conversation. Okay, so what's at the bottom? Aquarius, very different, very unique, right? It says originality, philanthropy, progressive imagining. They tell their friends, like, they want to travel with you. They plan on seeing the world with you. They want to explore different things that they've never experienced before with you. Like, you're very quirky and unique. And like, not, and I say quirky, I don't even know where that word came from. It just flew off my tongue. So some of you, it's literally that word, but it's exciting, right? And passionate. And something that no one would have expected, that they didn't see coming, that they didn't expect. That's why we have all of this hidden energy. They did not see you coming. That's what they're telling their friends. And they're telling their friends, like, you're very different from what they naturally gravitate towards. Okay? Interesting. So I feel like so much learning and excitement and growth here for this pile, but not in that, because 8th house and 12th house energy normally feels very, very heavy. If this is a heavy connection, or has been historically, I see the crossing the water to lighter times, because this is page of fire energy. This is excitement and passion and just free and not worried about anything. Like, this is not a worries pile. Okay, so those of you from pile 1, this is future energy for you possibly, but this is someone that's just so happy. And community-based energy and that Aquarius energy, 11th house of networking, right? Like, they're telling all of their friends, like, they're telling all of their friends about you, all of their friends and acquaintances. They're telling all of their acquaintances and network, like, especially if like there's travel involved, like if they're going to be bringing you on a trip with them, or they're going to bring you to some event, or if they're going to date you, like wherever the destination is. At the end of that 8 of water card, they're telling everybody that's there or going to be there, like, I can't wait for you to meet pile 2. Pile 2 is coming. They are amazing. They're great. They're like a oh my gosh, there was a they shake things up. There was a phrase that just left me that I wanted to say. They definitely said the phrase and I lost it. It's fine, because you're not meant to know. There's certain aspects of what this person's saying, that's spirit is saying, is not your business. At least not yet. At least not yet, but they're telling everybody, like, not even like close friends, family, like, they're telling everybody with Aquarius. Some of you are sending text messages, emails, like pile 2 is coming. Listen, okay? So I don't know what that's all about, but let me see what this Melanin Pop deck has to say, because I love how the messages from this deck come out. So I like to, this is definitely the kind of reading that I have to pull this deck out in. So let me get a few cards so we can see more. Tell me more about pile 2, my pink cupcake. What's their crush telling their friends? What is their crush telling their friends? I know that's not the card I think it is, because I saw yellow. Y'all, I don't need these cards. I keep telling you that I do not need these cards. Okay? Sensuality, self-love, beauty, water, fertility. I don't need these cards. And the thing about it is, this person, but I do like the cards. There's no need for a YouTube video if I'm not going to use the cards. I guess I'm just going to, like, what am I going to do? Like, light a candle and just talk with my hands? I do that already, but the cards make it fun. This person is like, you are amazing. They truly see you as like a goddess. Okay, end all be all. Okay, because now something's happening and I'm going to have to take the break. Might as well get the water that I want. But I'll be back in like 2 seconds, but like, I'm about to pause after I finish this point. But yeah, since like, Oshun, what did I say a little while ago? What did we see at the beginning of the reading? I love that you have visuals. I'm laughing because some of you are hilarious, or your person's hilarious, because I literally heard somebody say, look at you giving us visuals before Beyonce. I have some Beyonce fans here. Y'all stop. Let me come back. All right, pile 2, I am back. I had a little bit of an adventure. I actually started and just restarted, again, this part. So, just funny, just like random channeled energy that was coming in when I sat down. Some of you may be moving soon, and like don't feel like this is necessarily the topic. Like it could be like your person could be talking to their friends about that, especially if it's something that you mentioned or like you've talked about. But this could be unrelated to this person. Like so, you may be getting some kind of move. I didn't mean not mean to say move just now. You may be getting some kind of message, some kind of offer, but moving. If that's what you've been wanting, definitely that I see that coming through. Also, some of you may be cleaning, or like wanting to clean. Maybe that's like a fresh start energy as well. Because like reason why I restarted was because I had already like smudged the table, and then I had random dust that I had to get. So that's why I restarted. So, and also just me having to restart this portion makes me feel like a restart, a fresh start, new beginning energy. And Eight of Waters also that is crossing over to a new beginning. So this could be topics that your person's having, like the conversations they're having with their friends, but this could just truly just be your energy. Okay? Yeah, definitely. So at the bottom you do have fireworks, celebration, passion, loud, light, fire, brightness, excitement. Yeah, I mean, lots of excitement. I want to get a couple more before I take the bottom. Tell me more about what my pink cupcakes crush is telling their friends about how to. I will take all four. Hopefully I don't make this longer than it needs to be, because I have those last oracle decks that I need to get through. We'll power through. We'll power through. Because I mean, I don't need to dwell. This person is talking about how amazing you are and how excited they are to like engage you and whatnot. So walk away, leaving, separation, endings, divorce. Yeah, definitely might be travel, y'all. Like y'all might be moving. You might be leaving something behind. Okay, and this person's feeling very good and excited. So if if they know, or maybe they are, maybe this is their energy, like they're moving, they're going somewhere. Could be, but there's a huge excitement. I mentioned that they're telling their friends they've been dreaming of you. You're the person of their dreams, all of the things, because you do have in your dreams manifesting, deja vu, patience, blissful. There's another word, patience, lots of patience. It's giving divine timing, right? Divine timing. That's the energy coming through. But again, manifesting. This person is telling their friends like they're like manifesting, they're praying for you, for things to work out with you, for you to say yes to whatever they ask, like the date and everything. You've got community, beautiful energy, groups, family, neighbors, polygamy. Some of you may be polygamous. It not like that's a very specific message. That may be a thing, but they feel like they're excited, and something may make them feel like you are as well, for those of you where that applies, and they're excited about it. But community and Aquarius, they're telling everyone about you. Like everybody, like I don't know, they're like so excited about you, Pal2. They're telling absolutely everyone, random people at the grocery store, like can't wait for Pal2 to come see me, Pal2 to go on this date. Like this is, it's like the cute like really dramatic movies where they're like telling every random person that they don't even know, like, hey, the girl I like said yes. Like that's the energy like I'm getting, like the cute teenager in that Page of Fire, like, oh my gosh, like my crush at school said they would go to the dance with me. Like that's the energy. You have student. Oh, I didn't even know that was what I was holding. So some of you may be in school, as maybe someone you've known since youth or whatever, but like it's like it does feel very youthful energy. But it says learning, classes, college, observant, listening, study. Some of you may be your person may be studying abroad. You may be studying abroad. Like you may be going on some type of journey together as it relates to knowledge, learning, development, growth, right? Because Sagittarius is student energy, right? It is learning. It is travel for higher knowledge. It is traveling of the mind. So some of you are going to be in opportunities of development, of growth, traveling for that, right? Going to take courses, classes, those types of things. So that's what your person's telling their friends. Like they learn a lot from you. You learn a lot together. They're excited to go to school with you, start this new journey together. Because again, higher education, knowledge, I mean, honestly, could even be like jobs. Could be that, because it's developmental, right? Things that are developmental. And at the bottom we've got, I said it, listen, I told you I don't need these cards. I do not need these cards. Confirmation, news, offers, excitement, luck. So if you've been waiting for offer or a message or something, pile two. Look at you, Ocean. You got it. Okay. That's you. So you're getting tea. Like this person's, this person's telling all your business anyway, just whatever they know about you to absolutely everyone. Your person's a big mouth. Let me try to adjust. There we go. That's funny. But yeah, no, call. Messages coming in, okay? That will be very beneficial to you. Okay, and it could very well be this person. This person may be the person with news for you or asking you out or something. But I just feel like with the divine energy we've got here, with the spirit guides in that card, with all of the Sagittarius ninth house and student energy, it's expansion. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, right? And then Venus and Taurus here with Ocean, it feels like you are experiencing some sort of a glow up. Okay, and this person's talking about it or will be talking about it, because again, I always say in these piles, energy is ever flowing, ever changing, and it is also timeless. Not just, we don't just say it, it's not just a buzzword for YouTube. This could be past, present, or incoming energy. Okay, so let me get these last cards so I can close it out. Tell me more about pile two. What is their crush telling their friends about pile two? I think I've got the gist. I only want one from each of these four decks, just because we've got what we're getting. I feel. Let's go. Yeah. Where is it? This is what happened when I walk away from the table and look. Okay. I don't want to mess up the table. House 8. You've got karma. Okay, and incoming karma. I'm telling you, don't be afraid of the word karma. Like karmic, karma is kind of like destined to be. It's energy meant to have, people meant to meet, people meant to grow and learn and expand together. This person's telling their friends that you are like a karmic love. If they know that word, even if they don't know that word, some of you they're using the word wrong. Like they think they know what the word means. They're using it wrong. That's why you have it 3 times. But it's like connected, right? Because this says you'll have an instant attraction with your karmic, but it's not meant to last. However, you'll learn big lessons in love. And I find that this unexpected energy, I think it came in pile 1 as well, is like not seeing it coming, didn't really expect you. So karmic 3 times, like a connection that is meant to happen, right? Whether it's meant to last a long time or not, they're like, this is supposed to be. Like pile 2 is what I'm supposed to be doing right now, okay? Yeah, because I was thinking about pulling a card because I forgot that quickly that I said I only wanted one from each deck, but you have shadow work. This person feels like you are someone that is meant to help them grow and develop in this life. And they're telling their friends, it says this relationship will trigger you to express your shadow side. There's much you can learn. It's all about learning and growth and evolving as a person and together, because the 2 hands holding each other, embracing your shadow. And you know what? Because of that karmic and that shadow energy, this person's telling their friends, like they could see you being thick and thin with them. Like you're not afraid of shadow work. You're not afraid of the shadow. So all this passion, this beauty, this excitement, you're not afraid of the darker sides of life and connections. You're willing to work through things, right? Because 8th house, 12th house, those are the secrets. Those are the deep, gritty parts of us that we're afraid to even explore on our own, much less with another person. And they can see you embracing them through all of that, and them being able to embrace you through all of that as well. That's what they're telling their friends. Very deep, deep energy, okay? Very deep energy coming through for this pile, but in a very positive way, okay? Incoming energy, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This person's manifesting you in your dream. This person is actively manifesting you, pal, too. Like they are praying. So I don't know. I think I mentioned earlier the move and like the journey and the travel. Like they are praying that you say yes to whatever. They're praying that you come, that you go, whatever the thing is, they're actively like hoping. They're telling anybody that would hear too. Like they are invested in you. Okay? But pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. This is not what you think it is. Let me tell you why. I'm going to put it right on top of shadow work. It's that same energy. It's two things that I've been talking about this entire time. It's that shadow work, the darker sides of life, embracing the aspects of ourselves that we may not like, and purging and just accepting ourselves even as we try to grow and develop, right? No, recognizing that no one is perfect and being okay with it. That's what they're telling their friends. They deeply admire that about you, and they feel like they've seen your darkest sides, depending on the level of connection. Because a lot of you here, this isn't just a simple crush. This isn't new, right? It's not a, oh, pile 2 said yes, they'll go on a date, even though that is here. This is still your pile if that is the case. I'm saying those of you where there's history, this person feels they've seen all of your shadow. They've seen as much of your shadow as you've seen yourself, and they can work with that. Like they know what your dark side is. And because they've already witnessed it, it's not a surprise. It's not going to be a shock in that Aquarius energy. So they're okay with that. Like they've already acknowledged, like anything bad that could happen with Pile 2, any negative aspects of Pile 2, I can live with that. I can live with their shadow. That's it. And also shocks, surprises, blatantly obvious energy. I acknowledge red flags as pay attention to the red flags, pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, like the universe is showing you things. That's what this person's saying to their friends. That's how I'm reading this energy, because there's not a negative energy in this pile. The only quote unquote negative is the shadow that they may have seen or showed you, and they're if anything, it gives them hope, because they feel like if they've seen you in that shadow and you've seen them in theirs, and you two can make it through that, you can make it through anything. That's what this person's telling their friends. So let me get these last 2 decks and close this out so we can move on to the next pile. All right, pile 2, tell me more about what your crush is telling their friends about you. I don't know, I don't want to speak too soon, but pile 2 so far looks like it's gonna be the biggest mouth. Because like this person's telling everybody, like it's so much because like all of this private energy, but then all of this expansive energy. You have deeper intimacy. We're not developing that, but it's here. And that, it's not just that kind of an energy, but it was already here. And you wait for that next reading, pile 2, okay? But it says the feelings of emotional closeness and love will allow you to feel safe, desired, and more connected to your partner. This is someone that wants to be closer to you. So it could literally be a physical distance between the two of you, that this person's very excited that news will come through that it's not going to be a distance anymore, okay? Deeper intimacy. This person's telling their friends they want to be closer to you. They're going to be closer to you. They're going to deepen the connection, further the connection. That's what they're saying. Very excited about it. Make a move. The time is now. Someone is planning to take action, or it's time for you to make the move. This person's like, listen, pile 2 is mine. I'm going for it. I mean, like that's literally the energy. It's so cute. So cute. Okay. So let me pull from this last card. Well, this last card from this deck, and then I'll close it up, pile 2. But love this energy for you and this person. Let me know in the comments how it works out, and congratulations, because it looks like you got some really positive news, not necessarily just coming about this person, but just in your life. Okay, last message for pile 2. What is their crush telling their friends about them? So passion came out in reverse. It's that hidden energy. It's this person's telling their friends they've been holding back. They've been holding back. Karmic. Listen, I'm telling you, some of you, this person is just using this word wrong. But karmic ties. Like this person says they've been holding back, but like again, the realization is here. Like there's a realization. Yeah, possibly playing games, but there's a realization that's occurred, and this person feels connected to you, binded to you. It's almost like they're like, I couldn't get away from pile 2 if I wanted to. Like something about pile 2, I'm stuck with them. That's what it feels like. It feels like this person's like, I'm stuck with pile 2. But like in the best way, like excited about it. Like even if I tried to resist the passion, I'm stuck with pile 2. That's the energy coming through for your pile, okay? So that is all I have for you today, pile 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 3. If you selected the yellow cupcake, then this is your reading. Let's see what your crush is telling their friends about you. So I'm gonna start with this Emotions Oracle deck. This is a gift from our friend, the Tarot Tavern. All the information about that deck will be in the description box below. So let's get some cards and see. I'm thinking, you know what? Why not? Why not? We'll see what that is in a second. Okay. Tell me about. All right. Hermit. So let's see what this is. Queen of Air. Someone is very dry. And I was drinking a lot of water before I started your pile 3. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's your person, but very dry with Queen of Air. Very stale with their words, very sharp with their words, possibly guarded with the way that the butterflies are covering her face. And honestly, it feels like you know how the caterpillar becomes a butterfly and then flies off. Here it feels like something about to be revealed, right? It could actually be messages though, since air rules communication. It's like taking off a mask of some form, but originally that energy is very dry, very still, very sharp, and that's what's coming through. So it feels like this person's telling their friends that like a mask is coming off, like you're taking off your mask that you've been having when dealing with them. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Also, very strong, very powerful, possibly combative in some instances, but not in necessarily a negative sense, but fighting for what you believe in, fighting for what you deserve, what you feel other people deserve, like a protector, right? Energy, right? Like this Queen of Air almost feels like a knight, right? But more wise, more mature, more receptive. That's the energy that this person's telling their friends about you. And then with the Hermit, it's like an awakening, it's self-awareness, right? Like knowing yourself, having a very clear, very sharp perception of yourself and of the world and the people around you. That's what they tell their friends about you. Very, very sharp. That's what they say about you, for better, for worse. Okay. And the Hermit is also Virgo energy. It is sixth house energy of day-to-day life, routine, organization. It talks about I heard the word cleanliness, that too. So they may say you're very clean and neat and organized, but they also tell their friends that you're very into your health and your wellness. Those are things that rule, you know, that house of Virgo. Could be Virgo placements that they have. You could have Virgo placements or air, okay? And air is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? But very, very smart, very, very wise, very aware, and things like that. So let me get one more. I'll take the bottom. Tell me more about it. So here's the thing. Some of you may have like a very, very nice voice, because air is communication, and then we've got all this sensual, passionate, fiery energy, especially in this deck, right? It's like seductress energy and like a lots of passion. This person tells their friends for sure that you get them going, and you know what I mean. We are not getting into that, and I'm so upset with all of you because I've had to say it in each pile, because and it's like when I make these thumbnails, I'm probably already channeling energy for the reading that I'm intending to eventually make, because I have 2 thumbnails. I'm going to do a part 2 that is 18 plus. This one is not, because as I said in previous piles, I know how y'all roll. If I post the 18 plus first, you will not watch this one. So I wanted you to watch this one. So I'll post the 18 plus when I do it some point in the near future, but you will have an 18 plus version of this reading. So stand by, and you don't have to pick the same piles or anything like that. It'll be completely new reading, same stuff, okay? But yeah, they tell their friends that you're smoking hot, depending, regardless of gender. I heard those phrases. I don't know why, but I also like they just like to look at you. Right, with the watching energy, they just like to look at you. Okay, and I'm seeing somebody here might be serving body, and that's about as far as it goes. But lots of passion. Like you might be very energetic, you may be very physically active or in shape. Regardless of what in shape is for your body type, you're very active. Something about your energy is very active. It's like, man, once Pal 3 decides, they go. Like once Pal 3 has made a decision, once they've weighed the pros and cons, once they've analyzed all of the, they've made their assessment, it's time to move on something, and that's how they are. There's no stopping them. At the bottom, you've got the Knight of Fire. I mentioned that Queen being like a knight. You have knight energy. You're very active. You're like, you don't hesitate. You move with intention, and once you have a goal in mind, you just go for it. And that's what they're telling their friends. Like, man, like Pal 3 is a lot in a good way. Like they go, and that's it. Right? Very, very passionate energy. Very creative as well. All right, let's hop into these astrology-based oracle decks. Well, I only have one today, so we're going to pull from this one. And then I have Melanin Pop, because that is the perfect deck to get all of the tea on what they're telling their friends. And then I'll pull from those love-based decks. Some of you so far, this person, whoever they're talking to in a certain setting, like they're talking to their friends for sure and telling them how good you look and like how attracted they are to you and blah blah blah, but there's someone else this person's talking to where they're giving an assessment, right? They're giving the details of you and how you are to someone that's asking about you. Okay? Interesting. Fire. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. So the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Look at that. So much attraction. They're so attractive. Fire. Like if somebody said, give me one word for Pal 3, fire. That's what your crush would say. Pal 3 is fire, which is funny because you picked the yellow cupcake. So yeah, fire, right? Like you may have fire placements. If not, you don't have to, but you feel very fiery and energetic to this person, but also not just passionate and creative with no stability to it, right? That grounded Virgo energy, regardless of if you have Virgo placements, it's that earthy energy, the sharpness and intellect to fuel that passion and that queen of air, right? That's the way they describe you to people. But some of you, this is just not them. Like they're telling their friends how good you look and all of the stuff, but it's more to it. Like there's another layer here of they're giving an assessment to somebody. Like they're giving a description of you for some reason. Tell me why in the comments. I'll get one more from this and take the bottom. Giving a description. Could be a parent. House 11, friends, like-minded groups, humanitarian beliefs. So 11th house is not the house of close friends. That's why I told y'all I don't need these cards. And I'm gonna keep saying it the whole reading, but it's still fun. Some of you, Aquarius placements could be, but house 11 is networking. It's acquaintances. It's more like social groups and organizations. It's like community-based energy. It's not as personal as like a Leo 5th house energy. Even though it's still here with the fire, there's still someone else they're talking to, right? And Virgo does rule day to day. It rules work, so could be work related because this is could be a professional network, or like if you're trying to join some type of club, right? Like this person's like, oh yeah, this is how Pal 3 is. Like if this person's in a club and like you want to join, or like some type of travel group, possibly in some instances I'm hearing, like if you're trying to join some type of like group that travels or a group that does hobbies, you know what I mean, things like that. They're like, oh yeah, this person's just like all of you. That's kind of the thing. Okay, like you'll fit in, right? Like, oh, humanitarian beliefs, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Virgo is acts of service, right? It's 6th house of acts of service, and this is humanitarian energy because, again, I did mention community-based energy, so it could be community service-based. Okay, like would you be interested in some sort of community service opportunity, right? Some of you, that's the conversation they're having. So let me know what I'm talking about in the comments. Okay, it'll be different for all of you. Uranus, radically change. 100% Aquarius energy coming through here. That 11th house energy, because Uranus is 11th house. It is Aquarius. Radically change. It shocks, it surprises. It could be social network, right? It could be social media based, right? Some of you, it is social media based, digitally, and things like that. They tell their friends. Again, that passion, creative, like breath of fresh air, very innovative. They tell their friends how innovative you are, right? And close friends as well as extended network, right? There's another pile that you may want to pick. I'm not going to tell you which one. If you pick it, that's yours. But that this energy may be crossing over to. Let me see what Melanin Pop has to say. Tell me more about pile 3. What is pile 3, my yellow cupcake? What's the crush telling the friends about them? I want that one. That is here. Sorry, I don't mean to knock. I'm like debating if I was. We'll look at it in a second. Let me see if I can get another one. Tell me more. Got 3. That may be my only 3 I take. Voodoo. Magic, practice, power, spell work, beliefs, and rituals. Some of you, this person tells people that you're into like spirituality, like that you do tarot, that you practice magic, that you're very woo-woo. You know what I mean? Like you have a very eccentric vibe about you, very surprising with Uranus, right? Very different, right? From them, but also very powerful, right? These 3 cards talk about power. The Knight of Fire is power. And so they feel like you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You can do anything that you decide you're going to do. And that's what they admire about you. And they're telling people that. Like, they're like, pile 3 is the real deal. They can do anything. They will achieve anything, okay? That, like, pile 3 is built for success. Pile 3 is built for war. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if pile 3 goes to war, they are coming out successful, okay? That's literally what they say about you. I want you back, regrets, missing you, sadness, sleepless nights. So this may be someone that misses you. If you know who you're asking about, they're saying, I want you back. They're like, man, I really miss pile 3. Like, I want pile 3. So that's what they're telling their friends. Tea. This came out in a different pile. Gossip, eavesdropping, storytelling, all of the business, all of the tea. They're asking about you, but someone specific wants the tea on you. Okay? And they're giving the tea. Okay? Like they're talking to their friends. Like some of you are like, oh, I miss pile 3. I love pile 3. Got all of the like passion and blah, 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 pile 3, especially if there's distance with the hermit, because hermit is isolation, right? It's being away from other people, right? Or if you've taken a step back and isolated yourself, they're like, man, I really miss pile 3. I wish pile 3 would come outside. You know what I mean? That's what they're telling their friends. They're like, I want pile 3 back. But someone is asking for the tea on you. Now I have to pull another one before I take the bottom. Unavailable, yeah. For some reason, your crush feels like you're unavailable or they can't reach you right this moment. Addiction, you have excessive drinking, sex addict, unhealthy coping mechanisms. Now, some of you, if you came from a different pile, this person's like drinking or under the influence while they're telling all of your business to their friends, right? Like wallowing in their misery, especially if they've done something, okay? That's it. Addiction is a fixation. They're telling their friends like something about your energy, something about your aura, right? Because this power here in the voodoo feels like a strong, very powerful aura that you have. They just can't get enough of you. And I'm going to leave it there. You know what I mean when I say can't get enough of you. And it doesn't have to even be physical. It could just be, I can't stop thinking about pile 3. Like I think about them all the time. I miss them so much. Like I really want to know what's going on with pile 3. Like blah, 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 blah. Okay? That's what they're doing. Rebel. Strong-willed, protester, non-conformist, opposition. Yeah, that Uranus, Aquarius, 11th house energy. Like you're very different. You're a rebel, but you're a leader. You lead by example. You show people the way they should. You show people how you feel they should maneuver the world as it relates to community, as it relates to groups. Right? Like it's something about groups. So like I said, some of you, it might be job related with the Hermit Uranus energy here. Okay. But I definitely am getting community service with Virgo. That's that's the combined energy of Virgo, Aquarius, and now you have Rebel. Like, I see a lot of community work in this pile. Okay, like pile 3 is your person for community service, community work, to build this team, to build this group, to put together this event, this donation, right? Like, if you want someone that's going to get all of the donations, pile 3 is your person. They will 100% take the lead on that and make sure that this cause is supported. Like, that's really the conversations around you. Okay, well, let's hop into these love-based oracle decks. I'm actually very impressed because this is a pile that is straight to the point, very clear, very clean, and it is not going to be as long as the other two so far, because I'm down to my love decks. In the previous pile, I only took one from each deck. I think I'm going to stick with that unless something piques my interest and I need to dig further, okay? But clean to the point. Tell me what pile 3, my yellow Cupcake, is saying. Pregnancy. Okay, so some of you, if this is a connection, like, it could be like, oh, like they could be saying that you two are expecting, right? Or that they could see themselves having kids with you one day. But don't take this literally, because again, the card is a new love entering your life with whom you may have a child with, or what we've been talking about this whole time. Work on a new project together, some type of community endeavor, some type of job stuff, some type of I don't know, protesting. It's on the card, right? You know what I mean? Like non-conformist, creative, shocks, you know, energy, creative energy. Like, this person's telling people how creative you are. You will build something from nothing. That's what they're telling. I said telling people. I'm telling you, there's some other people. Like, I think it was a different pile I just came from. Good luck with that. You might have some success coming, pile 3. But yeah, like, you're very creative, right? Like, build something from nothing, build things from the ground up, from scratch. It doesn't matter. You can take on any task, any project, right? All by yourself. Good on paper. Oh, look. So okay, so some of you, I'm serious. If your crush is like a reference, right? Like, if you're using your crush as a reference, like they've heard back and like they're saying like all kinds of great things about you, okay? Because good on paper, it says you'll date someone because you should, but the factor is missing. They don't excite you. Ignore that. Some of you, actually, they're telling their friends, like, even if pile 3, sorry, maybe you wanted to, they're like, even if pile 3 tried to date someone else, they don't want anybody else but me. Look at all that passion they have between us. That's what they're saying to their friends. But good on paper feels like an application or a resume or an offer. And again, shocks, again, networking, all of this Aquarius energy coming through, because Rebel is definitely Aquarius energy, 11th house energy. And then T, it's again, it feels like that may be a thing. Very good on paper, like just like the application says, right? Kind of an energy. I love all of the stuff that's coming through for you guys. I love that I'm asking about, like, it's a fun reading, it's like a love reading, but like I'm getting other things, right? Good for y'all. Okay. Okay, pile 3, my yellow Cupcake. Tell me what your crush is telling their friends about you. Explore. Take a ride and explore new scenery or each other's thoughts, like a date or like traveling or just like a little road trip or a bike, like biking. You know what I mean? Like explore. Like they're telling their friends they want to explore things with you. They're telling their friends they want to explore you. Some of you, they're saying that you want to explore new scenery and you want to explore new like new stuff, right? That's what they're saying. At the bottom, accountability. Someone needs to take accountability for their actions. It may be you, your partner, or both of you. Acknowledging the effects of your behaviors allows you to move forward. I'm telling you, something about the way this person is describing you is like super responsible. That's why we got like Queen of Air, the Hermit, like super responsible. Like Pile 3 is really accountable. Like, you know, they make an error, they've got it. If they like, you know what I mean? Like something about it feels like super responsible. Like I don't know why it's important for you to seem super responsible. I mean, I guess some of the other energy that's coming through, they're like, yeah, let me make sure everyone knows how responsible Pile 3 is. But accountability also talks about them taking account if there's been like a history of some type of pain, trauma, or some type of wrongdoing, or just miscommunication or anything between the two of you, because I do see that with I want you back. It's like this person's telling their friends like, I'm gonna be accountable and see if I can like make this, I don't say make it right, because I don't necessarily even see the dominant energy of this pile being someone that did something wrong that they would have to make right. It's just the let me go deeper and be accountable for taking the initiative with pile 3, right? Now, if you picked other piles, you know where you stand, but I want you back in accountability feels like a realization, like let me be accountable. And there's also a phone call I see coming in, okay? But yeah, good on paper. They're telling their friends that like you're the perfect partner, hence why you have pregnancy. Like definitely, like if I'm having kids, if I'm gonna have a family, pile 3 is 100% the type of person I would do that with. That's what I see. They're telling their friends that you're very loyal and that very, like again, service oriented with this hermit energy, but like that you're loyal, that they wouldn't have to worry about you like cheating on them or anything like that. Like that's the kind of energy, or that they don't worry about those things with you. Interesting. Okay, let me get from this deck. We're down to our last 2. Tell me more about pile 3. Okay, my yellow cupcake. That was a lot. What is at the bottom here? Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I mentioned a mask earlier. I did, like revealing a mask. Okay. This person, if they've been distant, or if they like I want you back, like if they've been addiction feels like someone diving deep and going in to explore themselves and being accountable for the way they act or react in the things in their life, that hermit mode. If this person's done that, they've been healing. Like if you haven't been hearing from your crush, like if this is a crush that you know, they're in hermit mode. Like they are to themselves. They're talking to their friends, but like they're really to themselves, figuring out what it is they want in life and who they are, and dealing with their traumas. Because healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, especially if they have trauma associated with their parents, right? Possibly their parents' relationship or things like that. Like they're telling their friends, like, I have to work through this stuff because pile 3 doesn't deserve me to project that onto them, right? Like that's the energy, right? Like, you know, you have at the bottom, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Like they feel like you're it for them. And so in them telling them, their friends, that they're like, I got to get my stuff together. I have to not be bringing past baggage, because it doesn't have to be specific to family. It could be community based, right? Because house 11 is the community that you're a part of. So it could be like a cultural baggage, right? That they're like, pile 3 doesn't deserve this cultural baggage, so I'm not, or this family baggage, all this emotional baggage that I have, that I'm carrying. I want, you know, with them being the real deal, I want a healthier approach. So this person may be in hermit mode, or will be in hermit mode, or has been in hermit mode, figuring stuff out. Okay. Last card. My last message is for pile 3, my yellow cupcake. What is their crush saying that we need to know? What is my crushes here saying about my yellow cupcakes to people, their friends? Book of Love. knowledge. Even the Hermit has a book, just learning, thirst for knowledge, learning, growing, evolving. Like Pile 3 has a lot of knowledge. I'm telling you, the most important message is like whoever this other side person that's not just a friend that's asking, they're like, Pile 3 has a lot of knowledge, has a thirst for knowledge, always willing to grow, always willing to learn, always willing to research, because the Hermit in Book of Love feels like research. But it also, when it comes to like their personal friendships, it says just Book of Love, like, you know, willing to learn more about love, learn more about relationships, willing to grow, build in relationships. Like this is someone that doesn't mind doing the hard work as it relates to a connection, right? Like willing to work through things, exploring, communicating, being accountable, holding one another accountable. Like this is the person that has the good on paper makings for the best romantic partner. That is what your crush is saying about you. So last card at the bottom. Forbidden fruit. Oh, okay. What was that about? That's the spicy energy coming through, like sensual energy. Okay, it is. But forbidden fruit, again, Uranus shocks, rebellious energy. You're someone that goes after what you want, even if it's something people feel you shouldn't have. In some instances, your crush feels like you may be someone that they shouldn't have. And that's what they're telling their friends, like you may be forbidden fruit to some degree. And I'm not gonna lie, now that that card is on the table, and we're still closing it, I'm not developing this, okay, but now that that card is on the table, I could see that that's like it could be forbidden in some instances, because if this person is having the conversations that I'm getting, like, yeah, all of the friends, but also the networking community, because whether it's community service, groups, it still feels somewhat like I don't have any 10th house energy here, but I feel 11th house is close enough. It feels like professional energy. I could see why that may be like a blurred line in some instances. And that may be why you have this card here. And that we do have a lot of growth, learning, like a lot of Sagittarius energy here as well, even though actually Sagittarius is here. So like could be like student teacher in some instances as well. Yeah, so that's basically what I am seeing, and the things that your crush is saying to their friends about you, Pile 3. So I hope this resonated for you, and if it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, Pile 4. So if you selected this green cupcake, something about the energy here is very, very clean. Like clean, refresh, like a cool breeze. Like that's how it already is stepping in. All right, like something about clean. Could be a fresh start, could just be just something they maybe your crush is telling their friends how clean you are. You're just very clean. That's just the way you live. That's the way your life is. Maybe you eat very clean. Something about it is just very clean, fresh, and very, like, you know what? Like my arms right now feel like when you, like mint. Like, you know what I mean by mint? Like if you put like mint oil and like that tingly, like, you know what I mean? Like that tingly on your skin. That's something related to what they're telling their friends about you. Okay, so let me start with this Emotions Oracle. It was a gift from our friend, the Tarot Tavern. Anything you want to know about that deck is in the description box below. So let me get a good shuffle, and we will hop right into what your crush is telling their friends about you, my green cupcake. Someone is green with envy, and I know that this is the green cupcake, but what did I actually want to say? Like I actually wanted to say something, but like at the last minute my mind switched to green with envy. Somebody's jealous. Somebody's jealous. Maybe they're telling their friends you're the jealous type. Maybe they're telling their friends that they're jealous. Maybe someone is just observing the connection and is extremely jealous. I don't know, but could be that. Okay? Let me get one more good shuffle and we'll hop right into... I feel like this pile is a little more slow paced than what the others were. So we'll see. Tell me more. Something about more. They want to learn more about you. They want to get to know you more in some instances. Look how flowy that is. And this is incoming energy with the way that it fell. Strength, strong. Like, okay, so this person has very strong feelings for you and they're communicating that to their friends. You may have a guard up, right? You may be very guarded. You may have a big armor around you, but this person's telling their friends they're up for that challenge. They're not worried about it. Like, it may be refreshing that you're that way, right? Solid. But this is Leo energy, fifth house energy of joy and pleasure and fun. And this person has very strong passion for you and they just really want to experience fun with you. Like, this person loves how organized and serious you are. I say organized because like that fresh energy, like they love how seriously you take yourself, but that you're able to let loose and have fun in some instances. That's what they're telling their friends. Interesting. Okay. Tell me more about my green cupcake. What is my green cupcake's crush telling their friends about them? The Wheel of Fortune. Look at that bright light. Look at how clean, right? Very clear, right? Because I was thinking clean energy, but also very clear. The energy I'm feeling is also an energy of clarity. Strong sense of clarity, strong luck. This person tells their friends they're very lucky to have encountered you. Okay? Like a cycle. Some of you may be starting a new cycle with this person if this is an ex. This person's grateful for the opportunity to start anew with you if this is an ex, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune talks about things improving, right? Like learning, closing one cycle and starting another in a cyclical fashion of growth with that Strength card. Two major arcana, right? They're telling their friends like how like this is big. Some of you, this person's like, this is above me. Like this is like a universal energy. If they like, depending on how they speak in the language and words they use, like strong and the will, like faded energy, because two major arcana. So let me get my last tarot. I'll take the bottom in a second and we'll hop right into those oracle decks. Four of Water is here. I'm not going to take it as the bottom because my bottom is there, but Four of Water, Eight of Fire, Ace of Air, Hangman. Some of you, this person, if they are that Strength guarded energy, right? Because here it is again. Beautiful deck by my friend the Tarot Tavern. But kind of being enlightened, like this card, Eight of Fire, very quick awareness, quick realization, especially with this Ace of Air. Look where the head in this suit is replaced, right? With the unicorn and all of this inspiration and creativity into the Hanged Man. Still in the suit, but grabbed by the ankles by the universe, right? Like, so this person may be having some sort of awakening, or that's what they're telling their friends, or they may be telling their friends that you may be awakening to this connection or just your life purpose of some kind. What is this? Patience in reverse. Okay, and it was maturing energy. I grabbed it, but it's maturing energy, but there's a blockage. There's a lack of patience here, and I don't see it as necessarily a bad thing with the energy that I just got from the other cards. Let me take the bottom before I confirm. Eight of Water. No, exactly. It's not. It's something had gone stale, is stale, and needs to move. So patience in reverse talks about a stagnant energy because it's Sagittarius, ninth house energy. It's expansive, ruled by Jupiter. In reverse, it's a limitation. It's a restriction, almost like a Saturn-based energy. And the wheel is turning, right? The wheel is turning so that there's no more patience, right? Slow-moving energy. I did mention it being slow. It's an ascension. It's a growth of this Eight of Water. Okay, it came out in a different pile. I don't remember which one. But it talks about growth and the wheel turning instead of being stale. Okay, that's what this person, that's a lot of the conversations. Like, I know that's such a vague message, but your situations are going to be vastly different. So whatever is stale, stuck, slow moving, pause, whether it's circumstances, whether it's someone's energy, whether it's delays, you know what I mean? That's what they're talking about. to their friends, and they're telling their friends like, no, it's time to step out of that energy. Like anything that they can control, you know, they actually feel supported by the universe, by the fates, to step out of that energy as it relates to you. All right, let me get from this astrology based oracle deck. Tell me more about my green cupcake. 2 cards, great, because I wanted to anyway. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Look at that. Yang. Very active energy, proactivity. I just said stale energy, no longer needing to be patient or using that as kind of an excuse to do things. Like, it's not just about love and romance. Like sometimes we say, oh, I'm just gonna wait and take my time, but really you're procrastinating on a task that you need to complete. That's the energy here that I'm getting from that patience reverse. But like spirit is saying to step out of that to this person or you, because I'm getting a heavy spiritual energy, but also this person is just stepping into an energy, a very energetic energy. They're telling their friends like, listen, I'm going to be very proactive. I'm going to express myself. I'm going to do stuff. I'm going to move forward. Like that's the conversations they're having with their friends as it relates to you. And then you have Earth, like stabilizing, right? It says persistence. Like, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to be that knight in the strength card, right? Like, I'm going to go and I'm going to keep going, right? Patience and practicality, right? Patience in the healthy sense, right? Patience in terms of diligence and that persistent energy of following through, right? Like, not patience as a procrastinating, waiting, patience as a building, nurturing energy. Right? That's the wordplay, right? Because sometimes we use words, you know, to hide from our true intentions, to downplay what, you know, the way we self-sabotage. But this person may be realizing that and having those conversations with their friends. Interesting topic. It seems like someone that's really stepping into a very wise energy. Even if they are wise, always have been, something about them, they feel like they're kind of awakening and stepping into a certain knowledge, hidden knowledge, with patience in reverse. Like an awareness of self, that they, like a revelation of themselves. Yeah, changing, right? House 8, transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. Exactly, facing fears, facing your shadow. This person's facing their shadow. And they're telling their friends they're ready to conquer their fears. They're ready to pursue things. They're ready to follow through with you, whatever that is. Like some of you, this is a person you've been dating for a while. You've been in a very long-term connection with them, right? You've dated possibly 4 years, and like you've been kind of waiting to see when, if this person's gonna take that next step and like legally marry you. Well, this person's realizing they've been stalling. They're like, no, I need to, like something about them, they're changing. Whatever happened in their life over the past however long has been developing them and having them change. Like they've have a change in the wheel of perspective, right? They've realized that they have not been being patient. They've been hiding, right? And it's not specific to those of you in long-term romantic connections, even though that's a, you know, a strong energy here. It could be even new, like, you know what I mean? Like if this is a brand new crush, someone that you don't talk to that you're hoping will talk to you, it's like they're telling their friends that they've realized that their approach to love and romance and dating, we do have that house of dating here, fifth house of joy and pleasure, they've been very avoidant of that, right? And in them being interested in you, they're like, I'm realizing that I'm fearful of that, right? Like that's the conversations they're having with their friends, like that kind of awareness. Like I've been self-assessing, and these are the things that I need to work on, or that I've been working on, and I'm ready to move on. That's what they're saying. Okay. I don't know why this is a really mature energy. It feels so healthy and at ease. Like this is not, like this pile is not stressing me out at all, like some of you do. All right, tell me more about my green cupcake. What is my green cupcake? What are they telling their friends about my pile 2? I love you. I want to use this deck specifically. I called it out in the other piles because it's Melanin Pop, and it has like a lot of like personalities in it. So this, when it comes to decks for this type of reading, we're likely to get so many specific scenarios. Tell me more. Red flags came out in a different pile. It says caution, beware, toxic warnings, danger. Yeah, this person's telling their friends that they've already In some instances now, it depends on your stage of connection. They're telling their friends that they've already displayed some red flags to you, right? That's the first dominant energy. It could be that they've seen potential red flags from you, but the energy here that I've already gotten from them of what they've been saying, I don't see it. We'll pull more and I'll see if I can find where the instances what they're saying, if they're thinking you're the red flag. But I feel like they're saying that, you know, they're changing and all of that because they see where they're displaying red flags, right? And so I also read that energy as some blatantly obvious energy, like shining a light on something, right? I feel like this person's telling their friends that like you've kind of shined a light on their toxic habits, their toxic traits, right? And it could be them shining a light on yours and that they've seen it and be nosy and see what that is. Career, okay, so I'll take it. I'll pull more. I think I pulled 4 in the other piles, but career, right? Promotions, passion, offers, stability, wealth, new ideas. Like this person may be hyper fixated on their career in some instances, right? Delaying pleasure and enjoyment of life, and they're realizing they're gonna have to change that if they ever want to be like happy. Like that's and like something about you is relevant to that. Okay, let me pull more and tell me more about my green cupcake. What are they telling? Like, what is the crush telling the friends about my pile 4? Third eye. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There it is. Intuition, chakra, blue, telepathy, and perception. Give me a second, because I'm pulling up these cupcakes, y'all. Just give me a minute, because I don't. So pile 5 is the blue. So you might be a pile 5er. I don't know, because I'm obviously doing these in order, but it could be a thing. But third eye is here. It's an awakening energy. They're realizing things, maybe mirroring, like telepathy, because it says intuition, you know, perception. They're realizing things about themselves in their interactions with you that they're expressing to their friends in a very mature, level-headed conversation here. Like they're saying, like they can see, right? And they're saying you can see them for who they really are. You can see their toxic traits. You can see their negative habits, their unhealthy pursuit for success, right? Definitely. Like this person's like, I'm constantly chasing success, but at what point do I enjoy, right? What is here? That's kind of the conversations they're having with their friends. Let me get my last one from this deck and I'll take the bottom. Pile 4, tell me more about what your crush. Yeah. Okay. I got it. That red flags threw me off, and that energy is still there, by the way. It's not like it didn't throw me off in terms of I'm getting a misread. It's not true. That's one read. But powerful woman here says strength, achievements, success, and leadership, which we have in the strength card. Here's the thing. This person's very intimidated by you. Okay? Not gender specific, but this person is very, very intimidated by you. That's why you have red flags. Like they're telling their friends that like you are like this conquering energy, right? Like you're very strong. Like you have a lot of potential, on the up and up with the wheel of fortune, right? Stable with the earth, very dominant in the yang. Like, right, you may be very career driven, very intuitive, right? Like you understand people and what makes people tick, and very powerful in your own right. And because of that, they're like, with pile 4, they're on a whole nother level. I can't be all toxic with them. They'll see right through it, right? Those are the things they're saying to their friends. Like pile 4 is the type, and I almost say 3, but pile 4 is the type to see right through my BS. Like I have to change. Wheel of Fortune, 8, house 8. Like I have to. Like I have to get it together. That is the energy that they're telling their friends. And it's not from a whiny, fearful perspective. It's from a like a solid, strong, like this is what I have to do energy. It's like boss, like they've stepped into this career, powerful woman energy, regardless of gender. Like they've stepped into this energy of like this is what I need to do. Okay. At the bottom, let's get the bottom. Health, right? Healthy eating habits, nurse, doctor, exercise, medical school. So it could be medical field related. You could be doctors, nurses, just anything related to that field, right? But it's just health and wellness based. Like this person, for whatever reason, something about their lifestyle needs to change. And they're like, I have to change my lifestyle for, to continue to engage power four. Like that is the way that it has to happen. I have to be more stable in my career. I have to be because it's always a polarity. Some of them are hyper fixated on their career. They're only looking for the stability and the growth, and like they've been denying themselves other things. Some of them have been dwelling, right? House 8, debts, right? It is inheriting negative traits. This person has a lot of baggage in some instances where they're not where they need to be career wise or success wise in terms of engaging, especially if they see you as this person that has it all together, right? Very clean, very organized, it's refreshing, right? If that's you, then they're like, I have to clean up, right? Like my life, my act, myself, the way that I behave. You know what I mean? Like I have to eat better. I have to stop drinking. I have to stop smoking. I have to like start exercising. Those are the things that this person is telling their friends as it relates to you and a potential for evolving with you. Especially since there's the stagnant energy. If there has been a stagnant energy, regardless of the reason, that is why this person has been stalling on getting their life together, because they know that is what it's going to take to retain you. Because even if they pursue you, in their mind, what they're telling their friends is if they pursue you as is or as they had been living their life, you'd move on with the 8 of water. Like you would quickly realize it's not for you. That's what they're telling their friends. So I'm down to my love-based oracle decks. Let's see. I pulled one from each deck in most of the piles. There was one that was interesting, but we'll see if I stick there. If I need more, I'll always let myself pull more. I don't limit myself, but I try to not make these long, especially since this is a 5-pile reading. So let me close this out. Tell me more about my green cupcake. What does my green cupcake's crush tell their friends about them? That's funny. The devil in disguise. Someone may appear like an angel but has a hidden dark side. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes. Red flags is also something of not being what it appears. One of the things that this person is telling their friends, a little bit of a sensual energy coming through, they really like and are intimidated by how multifaceted you are. So while you have this very clean, very pure energy, you got a lot of, might have like a little mystery, like you might have like some kinks, right, to you that has them, I don't want to say engaged, but intrigued, okay? But still, even though it has them intrigued, in their mind, because this is what they're telling their friends, regardless of whatever kinks, little dark side you have, shadow, because they're calling it like a little dark side, it's not as dark as theirs. That's what they're saying. They're like, Power 4 thinks that they are like deep, right? Like they think that they are deep in darkness. They have no idea what that's like because I am actually that. And if they see it for real, they'll run. And this could be sensual energy stepping in. And I don't know if I said it in your pile, but I said it in the other ones. I'm not developing that energy because even though I think it came out, slipping out a little bit in every single pile, because y'all hate me, I made 2 thumbnails when I did this for whatever reason, because I thought that the 18 plus one was really cute, but I didn't want that to be the soul energy, especially with it being long, because now I have to look for regular energy as well as 18 plus energy. So I'm dividing it into 2 readings. So this one I did first because I know y'all. And if I do the 18 plus one first, you're not going to watch this one. So I'm doing the regular one so you can watch the regular love reading. And then when I have time, I'll do the other one because the thumbnail is already, it'll be the same 5 cupcakes. But that doesn't mean you have to pick the same pile each time, right? Could be different. Okay, so let's see what's at the bottom. That masked energy is serious though. Like this person's definitely hiding who they feel here's the funny part. They say you see right through them even as they try to hide themselves, but they think that in some instances they're successful too. Like this person thinks in some instances there's a person that you're asking about that thinks you have no idea who they really are because they've shielded themselves so much and they show you what they want you to know. In other instances you see right through the person and they know it. And then there's those of you where it's a balance, where this person thinks they're hiding more of themselves from you than they actually are, right? So at the bottom we've got social expectations. Yeah, that pressure is a societal pressure when it comes to you. Like something about you just really bring to the forefront of their mind the social pressure of relationships, marriage, children, healthy lifestyle. Like something about you, it feels like pressure, right? Because it says keeping up with the outward appearance but inwardly wasting away is not fair to you or your partner. Learn to let go. Now that is them, that is the life that they've been living, right? Just keeping up, pretending to be happy, pretending that they're living a life that they want to live, pretending this, pretending that, mask, all of the stuff. That's what they've been doing. And like they're telling their friends, like, because I feel like the one healthy thing this person has, right, is their friendships. And like the people that they connect with friendship wise know them for all of their baggage and everything. And so they're comfortable expressing like, hey, I like some of you, a lot of you, this person's like, pile 4 is way too good for me. Like it's not gonna work. Because I'm not like, this person's like, nah, I'm not ready. That's where they are, pile 4. They're like, I gotta get my health together, I gotta get my money together. Like I just have to be a smarter person. Like I have to live my life a better way. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how they're seeing it. Interesting. So some of you, they're telling, they're paranoid and they're telling their friends that you're too good to be true. Like there's no way you're as clean, as perfect as you come across. Gotta be a devil in disguise. That's what they're saying. Tell me more about my pile 4s though. What are these green cupcake crushes telling their friends about pile 4? Yeah, they're scrambling. What the heck? This person's scrambling. In the instances where they're like, because I feel like that woe is me, like this person's too good for me, I gotta get my life together, is like current and past energy for you. Like it feels like this person's scrambling, like, let me hurry up. I have to hurry up and change my life. Like that's what I'm getting. That is literally what I'm getting. And I've been getting at the whole pile. That's why you have patience in reverse, like a lack of patience here, anxiety. It says final shot. Now is the time, right? Now, not later, now, right? It says the clock is ticking. If you never shoot your shot, then you will always wonder what if. So even if it's just a brand new crush energy, something about the way they perceive you, right? Perception is here. The way they perceive you when they see you walking around, they're like, they're actively trying to change their life. Like this person's like running home, trying to clean up. They're trying to hurry up and fix their credit. They're trying to hurry up and like stop like hiding all of the liquor. Like I don't know, they're just like, okay, pile 4 cannot see any of this and they will never know this version of me. That is what is happening. Interesting. Telepathy, psychic. This person's telling their friends that they are very in tune with you, that they feel like you two have a psychic connection. Okay, because telepathy is here twice, right? Telepathy 2 times. Some of you may be psychic, right? Deeply intuitive. That's what they tell their friends. Oh, maybe your friends too. You may have mutual friends in some instances. But again, pay attention to the telepathic messages that are being sent and received at this time. Like they're following their intuition. They're being intuitively guided, right? With that 8 of water to improve themselves. Because the thing about it is, pile 4, this person, I'm glad this person's getting it together. Good for them, because maybe you're the catalyst that triggered it, but they need to get their lives together, right? They need to either stop being a workaholic or being an eternal procrastinator that never has their things together financially or career wise. So by them being pressured by you to get themselves together, they're going to be happier in the long run as a person, right? Because right now there's that emptiness with social expectations, but like you feel like you've instilled some type of passion, some type of fire underneath them to get them going, and that's what they need. Good for them. Good for them. All right. Tell me more about my green cupcakes crush and what they're telling their friends about my pile 4. Yeah, reconciliation. Yeah, if this is, especially if this is a brand new crush, they're like hoping that when they meet you again, they'll be like for the first time. Like brand new crush is like a delay in like asking you for your number. By the time they ask you for their number, it's like, oh, I'm a whole new person now. Like at least in their mind, it's funny. This person's funny. But reconciliation, for those of you where there has been an established connection or you've been connected on some level, any level, someone from your past is returning to your life, right? So that's what they're telling their friends. They want to reconcile with you. They're hoping that now that their life's together, or once they get their life together, that they'll be able to pursue you. Attraction, exactly. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, and they're telling their friends that they're ready to step into that energy of pleasure, of joy and pleasure, and just enjoying life and experiencing life without ties to whatever goals or having to feel like everything is a challenge to get over, like just experiencing things in the moment. That's what they're telling their friends. All right, I'll just put it down because it doesn't even matter. We're down to our last deck. I'm going to take this last card and I'm going to close it out. My last card, my final messages for my pile 4, my green cupcakes. What is the final message that pile 4 needs to know about what their crush is telling their friends about them? If this person, because we have red flags, health. If this person has been drinking a lot, there's not as much. Okay, they're not they're becoming more of like a social drinker. I see that very, very clearly. And chemistry could be a tie to that health, right? Energy, that doctor, that nurse energy, if we're talking like career and everything. But I'm also seeing like if they need medicine for something, they're kind of in a healing stage, right? Like if this person has had health issues, they're healing, right? They've taken what they needed to take or had whatever treatment procedure they needed to heal. Okay. Hot lover. Well, you know what? I'm not playing with you, pile 4. Hot lover, cold heart. That's funny. Some of you, that may be what you needed to see, but again, it's that energy that I'm not going to develop because I do have a reading in mind for it. But literally, chemistry between it. They're telling their friends how attractive you are, how like interesting you are, like how good you look, like all of the passion, especially with someone you're dating, like all of the kinky, nasty stuff, right? They may be. I will say that, like, I don't know how in detail they're going, but they definitely mention that area of your connection with chemistry and hot lover. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, pile 4. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 5. So if you selected the blue cupcake, then this is your reading. So let's see what your crush is telling their friends about you. We are using the Emotions Oracle deck, which is a new tarot deck by our friend, the Tarot Tavern. It was donated to the channel a while back, so we are going to use that today. If you want to know more about the deck, you can see it in the description box. All right. So let's get into this. I just want to get another good shuffle. And we can, well, that was something. It was a good shuffle, all right. All right. So pile 5, my blue cupcake. Tell me well. And then it was almost incoming energy. So it might be very, very new, really, truly crush energy for a lot of you. But the lovers, they tell their friends that they're very connected to you, that they feel like you could be like the yin to their yang, like you two are just some of you, they're telling their friends that they are in love with you, right? Or that they could see themselves falling in love with you. But this is also Gemini energy. So it's the twins, the mirroring. Like I said, counterpart energy. Like you're just like them in a lot of ways, but opposite in other ways. And like that's really what they enjoy. And they're just really going on and on about that to their friends. But Gemini is also very good at communicating. It's very intellectual, Mercury-based energy. So they're telling their friends, you're very smart, you're a very good speaker, you're a very good communicator, like all of that, okay? Interesting. So let me get my other two. Tell me more about my pile fives, my blue cupcake. What is my blue cupcake's crush saying? It's a lot, saying a lot, just running their mouth. I'll take this one, but we'll just look at these for fun. Page of air, Page of fire, five of water. Some of them may have regrets regarding something or feel like they missed out or are missing out, but lots of communication here, like lots of communication, lots of talking, lots of messages. So you may hear something from this person if you haven't already, or they may start talking about things that you're not used to them talking about soon. But regardless, there's a lot of messages, like they're saying a lot to their friends, and there's a lot that they want to tell you. Okay. But if you wanted to pick another pile, definitely go for it, because the energy is familiar. It's funny because this card came out, and it came out when I was cleansing, and I'm like, I've not seen it before, because again, this is a new deck for me. And here it is in reverse, the sun. The sun in reverse. So the sun in reverse, I've mentioned before, I read it as eclipse energy. That could be a period for you, could be relevant time period, upcoming, past, or current, depending, because this is a timeless reading. But this person may feel blocked out right now, right? Like they may be hiding, or they may feel like you're away from them, and they're talking about that to their friends, or they're hiding their feelings and their emotions, right? For some reason, with the lovers leading into the sun, they feel a lack of connection with you. Even though they're very connected to you, there's just something that's lacking, right? The sun is fifth house energy, right? Leo energy, joy and pleasure, right? There's a lack of joy and pleasure in a connection currently, depending on the stage, or your person's trying to get to that stage. More Leo energy, we'll look at it. Queen of fire. You may have Leo placements. They may have Leo placements. But very passionate energy. They're telling your friends, like, you're very creative, you're very passionate. And with the sun in reverse, they may not be. Maybe that's the difference. Okay? Knight of fire. Regardless, they're chasing, right? They're going in, right? Pursuing. Knight of fire, very passionate energy. Like whatever this blocked sun is, blocked awareness, blocked personality, blocked energy, they're telling their friends they want to ignite a fire under it and go. Okay, so let's see what's at the bottom. I'm struggling to get the bottom. I guess that's a sign to get one more. Let's get one more and I'll take the bottom. So many cards just keep coming out. The Queen of Fire is in reverse now. Four of Earth, knowledge, stable. This person wants to lock you down, pile 5. This person wants to stabilize you. Let me get the one. Why? The Devil, control. 4 of water is also a blockage, and the King of air. Okay, we're taking the bottom. It is what it is. 2 of earth, balance. This person's all over the place, I'll tell you that. Like when they're they may be hot and cold or have a history of that, because the things they're telling, you know, and I can also see that with Gemini, like it can be two-faced in a shadow sense, but juggling a lot. This person's telling their friends they got a lot going on, right? They're trying to juggle, but at the same time, they don't, like, they feel like in some instances there may have been a pause or a delay, and they're trying to unblock that. Again, previous piles are stepping in, but I'm gonna pull from this astrology-based oracle deck so I can find the new energy. Let me see. Some of you with this juggling energy, they're telling their friends that you really balance them out. Okay? You balance them out, and when they get low or stale, you ignite a fire in them. Let me see if I can get. This person is saying so many things that the cards are now trying to come out in stacks, which has not happened the entire reading if you've watched any of the other piles. This is the first time this has happened. So it's so much, this person's rambles about you to their friends. So any and everything that they can say, they will. They bring you up at random moments. Taurus energy. Trust, patience, sensuality. All of the things, right? They talk about the things they tell you. Like they tell stories about the things they've shared with you. They talk about being patient with you. They talk about if they don't know what's going on with you, they talk about that. Sensuality. They talk about the sensual energy between the two of you. But Taurus's second house of stability, it is assets, right? Like this person talks about stabilizing the connection and balancing things out and grounding the connection. Okay, that's what they tell their friends. Let me get one more. We'll take the bottom from this deck. Thank you. Yin, receptive energy, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. This is the second time we've got these messages. Trust and patience. That's what they tell their friends about you. They trust the process. They're patient about the process, whatever it is. Or you're very trusting and very patient. So what they're telling their friends about you. You could be on either side of this. Fixed. There's more Taurus energy because the fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, and you do have Leo here as well. Very fixed in nature, very solid, consistent, right? They feel like you're consistent. Okay? One of you is very consistent, the other one may not be. And maybe that's what all of these conversations are. Let me see what Melanin Pop has did, because this is the deck has a lot of personality, so I want 4 like I did in the previous piles, so I can get more clarity on what this person, because with the Sun in reverse, there's a lot that this person's saying to their friends that they do not want you to know, and Spirit's not going to tell me. Like what we get is what we're allowed to know, but Spirit is like, mind your business in certain areas of what this person's saying about you, which is about you. But I guess, you know, there's the saying that don't worry about what other people say about you because it's none of your business, for better, for worse. But this person, some of the things this person's saying about you, like it's truly like not your business. So let's see. Something about that juggling and balancing this card is going to tell me. Virgin, purity, innocence, angelic, bright, abstinence, and celibacy. So if you had questions about whether or not this person was dealing with other people, juggling could be juggling people. This person is not. This person is not. They literally don't even have it in them to do that. Okay, Power 5. Like this person is not, like they're very fixed. They're very set on you. They're telling their friends that. Right? And they're telling their friends, like honestly, with Gemini and the juggling and the Virgin, this person's telling their friends they could never date multiple people. They could never date you and someone else. Like they could never do that. That's what they're telling their friends. It's actually really sweet. Some of you, this person might actually be a virgin, whether they want you to know that or not. Others of you, like they're just not as experienced as they come across or as you think. And that's not just sensually, that's relationship and connection based. Like they're not as experienced with dating and connecting with someone on a romantic level. That's why the Sun is in reverse. See how it all comes out? That's part of the secrecy. There's other things that we're not going to get. That's not our business. It's fine. But this is one of the things that this person's not necessarily wanting you to know. And Spirit's like, here, take it. Like, here, just take this one. You're getting this and that's it. Don't ask me about something else you're not supposed to know. Like, that's the thing. But we'll still get the tea. We'll still see what they're telling their friends. It's just, there's a lot of secrecy surrounding some of the things that they're telling. Like, private conversations that are truly just private conversations that while you come up, if they want to share that with you, they will. But right, celibacy, this person's not active anyway sensually, this person's not dating anyone else, or they're not dating at all, and they seem a little inexperienced in that area. Okay, so that's what they're talking to their friends about. Some of them are talking to their friends for advice. Revenge. Newness, revenge body, luxury, reaching goals, and sudden success. Yeah, so lots of pink. Maybe that's your other pile. But it talks about, this person tells their friends, like, you have like this very perfect energy about you. Like, something about you, you just come across, it's very trustworthy, patient, receptive, and all of the things. And they worry, especially if you are a bit green, a bit innocent and inexperienced yourself, that you are going to evolve beyond them with revenge body, luxury, reaching sudden goals, success. Like, as you ascend, as you step into your own, step into your confidence, your power, your maturity, that you'll just kind of move forward. Okay. Also, regardless of that, some of them are talking about the fact that you don't even realize that you're about to have a glow up. That's interesting. Like a sudden glow up, like shocking, right? With the sun in reverse, it would be surprising, because the sun reverse is something you don't really see coming, right? Something that you can't see. They're saying that. But they are telling their friends, you're very grounded, very stable, very practical, very reliable, all of the things. Birth. I think that might have been that pile, now that I'm thinking about it, that this is actually mirroring a little bit. Pregnancy, new projects, children, new love. So this person's telling their friends they could see themselves having a family, children with you, but also a new project, right? Like something new. Like they're thinking about either asking you on a date, asking you to try something new, asking you to go somewhere, do something, but a new project, right? So you've got bright and pure, we've got success and luxury, and new projects. They're talking about something related to that, to their friends. Interesting. Okay, let me get one more. This was already at the bottom when we got it. Slow and steady. Wise planning, meticulous, careful, and delays. So here's the thing. This person is planning something that's not your business yet. Okay? Maybe a bit delay, maybe something on pause, but they're still planning something that is not your business yet. Okay? And Spirit wants you to just mind your business for a little bit. That said, they're telling, like, that's that patient energy, that fixed, patient, trustworthy energy. Something about you, you're very stable, very grounded, again, stable. You're a builder, and you'll take your time with things. And then you have social media, which is popularity, influencer, tech savvy. So some of you may be on social media a lot, have social media, you may be influencers, or you may just be popular in general in your community. You may be tech savvy, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that this person's saying like that about you to their friends. But patience is the most important. Patience and trust. Like pile 5 is patient and they're trustworthy. And I think that pile, I'm not going to tell you here, because some of you, this is your one pile. If you felt like this is your one pile, this is your one pile. And not only is it your one pile, mind your business. Okay? It'll come out, you'll be fine. If you were truly called to other piles, or another pile, I'm not going to say which one, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even think I really remember which one it was. Then go ahead. Otherwise, mind your business. Okay? But yeah, social media is like a success coming that you don't even see coming. And this person sees it coming, or they see or are privy to information, and like now they are like, listen, pile 5 has been patient, they've been trustworthy, they've taken their time, like they've really done something here. I get. Okay, so let me pull from these love-based oracle decks. We'll close it out. But yeah, I mean, they have a lot of love for you, but they see you as just very grounded and stable. But the most important conversations they're having with their friends are regarding you and things you don't see coming or things that they're planning. Some of you, this person is about to glow up, and then in that moment that they'll feel comfortable with whatever delay that's been the delay, like taking their time glowing up, and once they feel comfortable and confident personally, engaging a connection, right? Let me get one card from this deck. Tell me more about pile 4. Pile 5. I'll take both. And this one. All right. We'll take the bottom in a second. Let's see what your crush is telling their friends. Blocked. Yes, it's a block, right? It's a pause. There may be emotional baggage from the past blocking you from true love. It's time to release. This person may be releasing things, or they may feel like you are releasing things, like clearing things out. But there has been some sort of a blockage, whatever it is, right? You have on again, off again. There's someone entering your life who may disappear and reappear. Don't get trapped into the cycle. It's a very specific descriptor, but on again, off again. This may be someone that you have been on again, off again. This may be another chance with someone that you previously dated. If this is an ex, you have open relationship. It says open relationships are not for everyone. Requires a lot of honesty and trust for it to work. Careful not to get hurt. And this is someone that says to their friends, well, you got all these cards. They've tried to date around. It's not for them. Like, they've tried dating people, whether it's to forget you out of revenge, or like to try to move on for you. They've tried to date other people. That's probably why we're getting all this mind your business energy, because some of the conversations they're having about you involve other people they've dated, and it's like, that's not even your business to begin with, right? But like, some of you, this person's tried to date other people, or are in that process currently, and it's like blocking themselves. Some of you, they're literally dating around for the experience, and I'm not even kidding. Like, some of you, it's for revenge, right? Like, if they feel like they were rejected, or they feel like they, like you upset them, or like I said, revenge. I mean, not revenge. Revenge is here. Experience. Like, they don't feel ready to be in a connection, like a relationship. I think I mentioned at the beginning of the pile, you feel very in tune with relationships and knowing how to communicate and dealing with people, and they don't feel that way. So they've tried to date around, or are trying to date around, so that they learn how to date, how to deal with people on a romantic level, because they feel like they have a learning curve. Like, you're ahead of the curve with them on that. Okay? And others of you, they are watching you, okay? That's that sun in reverse, hiding energy, like hiding your intentions, hiding what you're doing, like watching you very plainly, clearly, but not letting you know, especially via social media, all right? Prize possession. Someone is more interested in having orange candy or true love, making it a superficial relationship. This person's realizing they're not for the streets. Okay, not only are they realizing they're not from the street for the streets, they are realizing that they want more than what they originally thought. Like, some of them wanted a partner that was like, what you would consider to be good on paper or whatever, but this person wants a connection, someone they could have fun with, someone that they can enjoy beyond just surface level, right? Like, they see you as a prize. They're telling their friends they see you as a prize. Even in all of this energy of them trying to date around, not being inexperienced. Like, they would never and if there's a distance, that's why. They would never date you and other people, right? They would never do that. But in distance, they may be engaging other people. Because, again, you're the prize, and they feel like they need to develop more. Slow and steady, taking their time. Like, it feels like you're kind of the end game in their mind. That's what they're telling their friends. Like, they have a lot going on. That's why I mentioned earlier, this person's all over the place, but that's what they're telling their friends. Like, they're watching you kind of a bit from afar, right? Blocked from love. They may be watching you from a burner page if they're blocked. Interesting. And I've been drinking water all day, y'all. I even had a snack before the pile before this one. So like I feel like I'm getting a little bit hoarse, like I might be losing my voice. Either I'm talking too much or this person doesn't know how to express themselves. Or maybe this reading is just too long. Interesting. I'm trying to fix the camera. I knocked it just now. Okay, good. All right, I've got 3 more decks. Let's close this out. Tell me more about my last pile 5, my blue cupcake. Tell me what their crush is telling their friends about them. Thank you. I've got my 1. Falling in love. The feeling of falling in love is one of a kind. Know that it is safe for you to be in love. This person's, if they've been blocked or if they've been scared or guarded and fearful of that inexperience, they've kind of acknowledged, and like I said, I mentioned at the beginning with the Lover's card that this person is telling their friends that they are in love with you or are falling in love with you. Here is your confirmation. They've told their friends they're falling in love with you. Okay? And again, look, he's watching her. I told you this person's watching you and you don't realize it. They don't want you to know that either. Okay. Revenge feels like Instagram photos too, like posing in your good outfit and stuff like that. Like that's what this person's doing. Past life. There may be a past life connection or unfinished business with this person. This person, especially if there's distance, is telling their friends there's unfinished business with you. They have unfinished business. They want to connect with you. Right? Like a soulmate energy with past life. They feel like you two have or could or will evolve together. Because they're younger in this image, okay? Because from the movie, that's the younger versions of the characters. I don't remember what movie that is. I just remember the creator of the deck. She was saying that in her I guess reveal video. Tell me more about my pile 5. What is their crush telling their friends about them too? Okay, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And then you have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So much. Hopefully this doesn't get long. So very specific messages. I have at least 2 or 3. So 1, this person is telling their friends they don't think you feel the same way. So they pulled back. They feel like they're falling in love with you and you weren't. So they pulled back, or current energy. They're telling, or they could be telling their friends that they did not feel the same way about you. So they stopped. So they pulled back. Right? And then they're pulling back. They had the revelation. Okay? That's what I see. Okay? Some of you, this person has trauma from their past, right? Or just inexperience or just fear, and in them wanting to be free, right? They did not want, like they've either felt themselves falling in love and pulled back, or they felt you falling in love and pulled back. Okay? See what's at the bottom? Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in a relationship. So this person is the opposite of how they have been behaving. I hate saying that in readings because some of y'all don't want, I don't like telling y'all that. Only because I know like sometimes if it's something you should let go, y'all won't. But deception is a mask. It says if this person is behaving in a certain way, right? Unrequited love and retreat. And then the same deck with deception, it feels like a lie, right? The unrequited love and retreat, like I don't feel the same way. And then pulling back, it feels like a lie for some of you. That's just the dominant energy, okay? All right, well, let me close this out. All right, there's a card that just finagled its way. I'm gonna pull another one because it came out in reverse. So that might be the deception, friends first in reverse. I'm gonna pull one more, but that kind of tells me, so some of you, if this person is someone that you interact with or will be interacting with, right, and you have mutual friends or you are friends, or like if this is like brand new crush energy, or if you have a crush on one of your friends, that whole friends first energy, because that's what it is. It's like pinky swear, but like, you know, I feel like socially pinky swear sometimes are like a lie. like the deception card. It's like, okay, if this person tries to be your friend, it's a lie. They don't want to be your friend. They want more than that. They're taking a slow path to connecting with you. What's here? Y'all, I hate telling y'all this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not going to pull another one. I'm going to let the split deck speak for itself, so that I don't make this too long and I can close this out. Red may be a relevant number. Wow, okay. Red may be a relevant color. There is a pile. There's a reading I have with roses. There's a red one. I actually have a reading with birds. So that red feather may be relevant. These may be your piles in other readings. Go do your homework. But yeah, if this person's coming in like, okay, let's be friends. I don't like you like that. Blah, 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 blah. Like it's a deception. It's a lie. It's not true. Okay? Because they see you as the one. You have the lovers, right? Falling in love. That's the energy coming through for your crush. Okay, so like, I mean, this is good energy for you because it means that you and your crush like each other back. This person just seems bent on making sure that you don't know that, because you've got deceptive and deception. They don't want you to know they're falling in love. They're in love, that they're invested in you. Don't know why, okay? And they're watching you. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie. I actually feel like this card, the one, the red rose. I think I said go pick that reading. I think it's literally a who's watching you video. I think that. But yeah, go watch that reading. This reading that I'm talking about with the red flower, not flower, feather. There's a red cardinal, I think, on that bird reading, and that's not a love reading. That's a reading about your life. You may need that energy, so check it out if you're invested. If you like my reading style and you want to watch more videos. But yeah, I'm just gonna close it out right now. Your crush it looks like they're playing a little bit hard to get, pretending they want to be friends and all of the stuff and all of the things, and they're talking to their friends about it. They're even telling their friends this plan of like, I'm gonna pretend to be friends with Pow 5 first, and then like I'm gonna work my way up the rankings. Like, that's funny. So I'm just gonna close it out. So that is all I have for you today, Pow 5. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.